Hello, everyone, and welcome to Rep RPG's Vampire the Masquerade 5th Edition live play, Blood in the Bayou. Do I need to do it again?
No, just all the words.
Oh, I thought it was a hey, so I didn't unmute it. But yeah, hopefully everybody is doing good. It's been a long week since we've seen you last. So to catch you up on all the goodness and everything that the cast and crew has been up to, we're going to start to the right of me on screen. I believe it's the right. We're going to start with you, Matthew. Regardless if you're left, right.
It's
We're
me.
going to start with you.
My name's Matthew, and I play Jace, the Tremere, who's great.
It's amazing.
That's it.
If that's okay. So you play
That's literally it.
You
Yeah.
play in a couple other things, but we're going to get there because they're going to introduce their shows. Meg, who are you and what do you do?
Hey, what's up? Meg, and I'm playing Jem, the Malkavian. I also run. I'm the storyteller for our Monday night World of Warcraft D&D game.
Wow.
So yeah, which Matthew plays in.
So good.
Wow.
I was watching episode 3 today. I didn't get to finish it, but it's so good.
Episode 3. We only have 2.
Is it episode 3? Is up on Hi Luna on YouTube.
No,
No,
we
it's
only
not.
have 2.
I only have 2.
That I was finishing
We
episode
have
2.
3.
You have 3?
We have
we
3.
We have 2.
Didn't
we
it
have
take us
played-
2 to get into the past?
Yes.
And then a third we fought.
So we've had 3 episodes.
I was like, look, I will pull up my YouTube right
And
now.
I think that they're wonderful, and they're all very important to me. I remember all
I
of
love
them.
all
like,
of my episodes
my
equally.
children and
I don't
like,
care for
I
episode
don't care
3.
for the third one. It's not that I don't care for it. I don't know it exists.
So 3, an enthralling fair.
An enthralling fair, yes. Damn it.
We're doing
Well,
great.
I mean, there's time travel involved, so
Luna.
who knows? Who knows
I'm
if it
Jem,
actually happens?
the pathetic Malkavian.
Hey.
Yeah.
Get out. Get out.
But yes, so I do that. And this. And then that's all.
So, Kat, who are you and what do you do?
What a loaded question. Hi, I'm Kat. I do a lot of things.
Do all the things.
I play vampires here on Fridays, and then every other Sunday I am also here storytelling Wonder Home game, which I have had to rewrite lately, but it's working out, and I figured it out, and we're great. And then Sunday nights I'm at Indigo Chameleon on Playing Chaos, where I play a tiefling on parole. She's done nothing wrong ever in her life except steal from a Fey Queen and got caught.
It wasn't
Unfortunately,
me.
It's
That's what
the
they got me
getting
for. It's not
caught
what I did.
that really fucked
it's the
with her.
getting
It's
caught
not-
part
yeah.
that. She's never. Besides that, has never stolen anything ever in her life. I also on Mondays. I just from Friday to Monday. I don't stop. On Mondays, I storytell a Vampire the Masquerade game. And that's also been fun, where I murdered a player on episode 3.
I'm still waiting to get to murder my first PC.
Just say
do it.
Matthew. You're
I
still
will
waiting
throw
to get
myself
to
in
murder
danger.
Matthew.
Oh no.
Good luck.
It's gonna
I
be a
will.
surprise.
Many have tried, few have succeeded. Mostly just Cody.
I killed you on Halloween.
I didn't die. I went unconscious.
Yeah, because the grace
It's
of Mrs.
different.
Claus brought your ass back so she could kill you
It's
again.
Grace
It's
of Mrs.
different.
Claus.
It's different.
You can also follow me on Mark Yarder Productions on Instagram, where I tell fucked up love stories and stalk my friends for money.
There you go.
That's it. That's all I do.
The merciful Mrs. Claus, saving
A
Christmas
merciful Miss
one
Claus is
soul
my
at a
favorite
time.
thing.
And then Pixie, who are you and what do you do?
Hi, I'm Pixie. I'm either here or on my own channel, depending on the day. But here I just recently started running my own stream because Vampire the Masquerade has recently just become our Oops All Storytellers game.
Yeah. Still waiting on Matthew's one shot.
Well,
at least.
he's done stuff here before. He did a limited run show last year.
I have.
Yeah, he has run
did
stuff, so
last
he
year.
still qualifies.
I'm just the circle that's. I'm just the one that's out.
You run
So
this show.
I'm no
Shut
longer
the
the
fuck up.
circle anymore.
You
No
are
longer the
here
circle.
storytelling, so you still count. Anyway, but it is a Warehouse 13 inspired D&D campaign. Yeah, it's like he just said, it's like, oh, this is the group of moms and soccer moms.
I'll get to
and
what
he
I was saying.
And
Do
he
your
was
thing.
like, I'm not a mom, and his kids are like, we're right fucking here.
I don't know who these kids are. They're not mine. So you do.
Wow.
No. So what I was saying was like all of you play in all of each other's shows, a lot of it, and I don't get to do that. I just see you guys on Fridays.
Hey, you're
And
welcome
I don't-
at the
Hey, you
Warcraft
want to
table
play
anytime.
vampires?
Yeah.
Come over.
like-
I'll make
I
you
don't-
second my position. It'll be fun. You can murder my players.
I get to be a priest.
You want to be a priest? Come
oh,
on.
no.
Oh,
You can do it.
No.
You want to come be a
Move
priest?
over, Brennan Lee Mulligan. There's a
no.
new priest in
Oh,
town.
no.
So you get a
Children.
Monday off,
Children.
and you tell me, and I will bring you in as a priest immediately.
So, all of those shows you can find here on, except for the Indigo Chameleon Greatness, you can find here on Rep RPG. Like I said, variety of days of the week. The best access available to finding out what show, when, how can you be a part of the show is the Discord. Those links are thrown out just now in Twitch chat, and if you're listening to this at a later date, come by a live stream at any time you see Rep RPG live. Ask for the Discord, say you found us wherever you found us at, and drop by, say hello, and we'll gladly welcome you into our loving vampire arms. Don't be afraid, it's okay. But I will be your storyteller tonight. I am Sway, also known as Bardic Sway. I used to be a variety streamer. Now I play World of Warcraft. I use my voice against people and play World of Warcraft. So if you tune into Meg's Warcraft not MMORPG, TTRPG, and you want to experience the lore for yourself, come on over to any of our streams where we're playing it. And watch the goodness. And if you want to get into it, we're creating a little community for it. So we'll welcome you into that side as well. But tonight, it's time for Blood in the Bayou. Now, the camera got to see last week when we left off the Prince of New Orleans, Camillo the Malkavian, having a premonition of two of our New Orleans vampire community, our kindred community, singing, performing on stage to a crowd of people kneeling and giving their souls blood and very essence to both Siren and Vegas. But the crew doesn't know that. The coterie has no idea. The only thing that the coterie is dealing with right now is, well, everything else. All of the other possibly individual world breaking events. Addison's back. Might not really be Addison. Looks a lot like Addison, acts a lot like Addison, but there's some weird stuff Addison couldn't do before, so who knows? There's a ghost in the bar. Who knows what the fuck's up with Lou? The ghost Lou. There's also a dog Lou. Dog Lou and dog Bud and Lou, they hang out with Kitty. But not the cats. Kitty has two other cats. And you think that that's enough animals, but there's actually a bird as well.
And I've gotten permission for a vampire bat. We haven't met him yet.
Yeah, haven't met him yet. He's gonna come around eventually. And so you have Lou and Bud and Fred and
Salem.
I don't know why that's the easiest one, and that's the one I forget.
And
Spot the bird, because he spots things.
And the vampire parrot's name will be Strahd, but we're not going to talk about it right now.
But Lou was brought in by Jace kind of accidentally, like he brought home a friend, but it's not really a friend. It's a ghost, but not really a ghost. It's a wraith, and wraiths always, always go towards the abyss and want to destroy everything. It's just kind of their thing. And then, he's researching spells, but not like Harry Potter spells, more like Norse Viking / witchcraft / Wiccan, make you super powerful, but maybe explode everything spells. Not really an issue at all. And then you have Siren, who she's a Toreador, but she's not really a Toreador. She's mainly just a person who's going to use her voice against people, but not always on purpose. Sometimes it happens, and then people, could possibly die. But at least all of those are contained to the bar. Except there's not. So there's the Hard Rock Cafe, and then the Hard Rock Cafe is some sort of repeated, like, energy. I was gonna say vacuum, like a maelstrom of bad shit just keeps happening at the Hard Rock. But at least it's only kindred, right? No, I forgot. We have the Inquisition. The Second Inquisition are a bunch of holy priests and primarily Catholic energies and mercenary groups that they know that vampires exist, and then they want to just kill them because God. But at least it's just them. No, we have the Anarchs. Those are other guys that are like our kindred, but they say fuck rules, so they're like really free spirited. Except not as free spirited as a Sabbat, who just kind of want to do their own thing and destroy everything, or maybe just themselves. It kind of depends on the group. There's a lot of different groups. Some people don't want to destroy anything.
Do y'all want some coffee while Isolate keeps explaining? I can go run out to Starbucks real quick and deliver it to everyone.
Yes, please.
No, I'm
Okay, cool.
fascinated because I'm worried that because he's explaining everything, it means we've forgotten something important
Yeah.
that's happening in
I'm just
the
catching.
city.
I'm just catching everyone up on the fact that nothing really happens in our kindred's lives.
No.
No.
We are very
Also,
boring
tonight's the
people.
Halloween party at Le Save, so that should go really well. So
Yeah.
let's
That's
dive
tonight?
into
It took us 2
Le
months to
Save.
get there. It took us
Yeah, it
2
took us a long
months to get 4 days.
Congratulations, it's Halloween!
Merry
But it's
Christmas.
Halloween night.
Merry Christmas, it's Halloween!
Yeah.
It's all
But that's what you missed on Glee. So basically, the Le Save, the bar that nothing ever happens in, we're going to start there, and we're going to have the majority of our crew is already there. We have Kitty, we have Jem, we have Jace, and they just got a note from Siren. Does Siren remember what the note was?
Yes. But would you like to over-explain it? Just for the people
No.
at home who may have forgotten?
No. I did my intro. We're turning it over to you.
Oh, fun. So I did my part for 10 minutes. Okay. She sent a note saying that they should stay away for a minute while we try to figure out what this weird compulsion is. At which point it was separately explained to Siren by Vegas and then to the rest of them by Jace that Eddie's new compulsion as a is he has hoarded us. He has decided we are his collection. And that's a whole other thing in general.
And what a beautiful collection to have.
Not as bad as it could have been. Still not great. We'll deal. It's fine. Everything's good in the hood. Yep.
Sure.
So last episode we left off on you guys kind of waking up to that, or at least Siren and Kitty waking up to Eddie being very non-Eddie like, being very scary for a variety of reasons in a variety of ways. So it's still early on in the night, so we don't need a rouse check for anything yet. But what's everyone's hunger at? Matthew, what's Jace's hunger at?
I fed, so I'm good. I'm at 1.
Yeah. Okay, and then Jem is at 2, Siren is at 2, Kitty's at 3. Kitty, what happens if you get to 4?
Bleed from every open orifice in my body.
Yeah, good times. So let's have a party. Now, we need to have... we're actually going to start with Siren. Because she will join the crew at some point. Or she won't. Um, we'll find out. So Siren, you're there with Vegas and Eddie, and you just sent the note away with Kitty to go kind of recon with the coterie. Yes, Kitty.
You missed the very important thing of me and Eddie had a flesh fight, and I think that's important to remember.
It's true. There was a flesh
Flesh fight
fight.
where we both used our vicissitude to like grab each other, and
Yeah.
I just need that image in everyone else's head.
Imagine regular looking people that now have like arms, but those arms are really tentacles that can just do whatever the fuck they want to. But it's not really tentacles, they're claws. Yeah.
I hate
then they
all
fight
of
each other.
this.
Yep.
I'm
And
gonna
you
get
and
that
Vegas-
fight commissioned.
And you and Vegas are staring at Tentacle Claw Eddie, non-scary person right there. Vegas looks over to you and goes, "So, like I said, we're gonna have the prince or Lucy or both probably come over."
When parties tonight, and I worry that if this goes on too long. Lately, I really
Yeah.
don't like anything that can possibly be used against us. And
It's a good mentality to have, yeah.
and this is something that could be used against us. No offense, Eddie. Not your fault. But Addison
Then he
knows
looks
that
over.
he exists. And if Addison's watching, he probably also knows this party is happening tonight. So,
Eddie, are you good here by yourself? He goes, "Yeah, I don't know why I wouldn't be." Again, he's talking through the glass.
I like that he went back in the room. He like came out, fought, grabbed the sticks, went back into his nesting space. That's now his coffin for all intents and purposes. He just like went back in, like himself.
And Vegas kind of looks to you, Siren, and kind of nods her head and to follow him. And he starts walking out of the room to go join Eddie. And whether you follow directly or not, you hear Vegas immediately start talking to him because the realization that there's no reason to be face to face to have a conversation that you can hear from wherever inside the house.
It's
with the
just
door,
like a scrap of humanity you're holding on to. It's like, let's
Yeah.
talk like people.
yeah. So he starts walking over and he goes, "All right, so Eddie, how do you feel about the coterie? I mean, I don't really know most of them. I know it was the way I acted was real fucked up, real weird. I get that. I didn't, and then Vegas goes, "I know. You didn't have control over it. We all kind of lose our way sometimes. But what I'm asking is, I need you to tell me if you have any ill will towards Siren, Gem." And you look at like he's saying this very mechanically, and he's trying to get a read on Eddie. He goes, "Jace, Kitty, there's nothing. What about Victor? There's nothing. What about me?" And he just kind of like looks down. "Oh, so what is it about me that you don't like?" It's not that I don't. I'm kind of scared of you, man. Like I've been fighting a long time. Your scale. He goes, "Okay. It's funny that you were scared of me, who couldn't hold on to you, versus that one that was wrapping herself around you. At least that's kind of a similar fighting. I don't know. I don't want to fight her either. Well, who do you want to fight?" He looks back to Vegas. "If I can, I want to fight Addison. I want to kill Addison.
Get in line.
It's a good start. We're not done. What do you know of our society?" Only really what kind of learned from working with Siren and kind of around the coterie. Do you know what primogen are? I mean, I know what the word means. Overarching, yeah. Yeah. Our society is, for lack of better terminology, law abiding. We follow a clan structure, bloodlines define the clan. We're Toreador. You'll see other clans. Each clan has their figurehead in the city, in the power structure of the local area. In New Orleans, I am the primogen of the Toreador. Siren is my progeny. She is also a hound of New Orleans. The hounds work directly with and underneath the sheriff, Victor. I don't really know him. I just seen him around. It's irrelevant. The sheriff works directly under, yet with, the Prince of New Orleans. You know Jem? Yeah. Jem is the progeny of the Prince of New Orleans. You need to understand the people that you're associated with that you believe are just. Well, they're vampires, right? That's the weirdest. It can get a lot weirder. If you drink and you drive, bad things can happen on the road. You affect that person if you get in a wreck. But you affect their family. You affect their friends. It's very similar to walking into a new city. You're the car wreck. You affect Siren. Therefore, you affect the Toreador clan. Therefore, you interfere with me. You interfere with Jem. You interfere with the Prince of New Orleans. And that means you interfere with everyone. If you act against this coterie, you've already died once. The next time will be far slower, far more painful, and not up to you when it happens. Think I understand? We're going to invite somebody over tonight. Now, they may not show up tonight. It's kind of their prerogative when they give you the the grace of their presence. What I need to know is if I leave this house and Siren leaves this house and there's no coterie member, are you going to stay in this house? I have really no reason to leave. I got food and blood. I have blood. If I need to stay here, I don't really want to. He looks down. Be a car wreck. Then I'm going to give you a choice. You can be my chaperone tonight, or you can stay in the house. You'll be my bodyguard tonight, or you can stay in the house. You will be attached to my hip, a breath away, until the sun rises, or you can stay in the house. And Eddie looks to you, Siren. What do you think is best?
I am gonna roll a thing really fast because
There you go.
anxiety.
Yeah.
Matthew, evens or odds?
Evens.
We are the weirdos, mister.
Okay. I
I distinctly Tremere dressing as the craft is the funniest fucking thing in my
Oh,
life.
yeah.
So that's why I really.
I would prefer to be able to keep an eye on you, not because I don't trust you here, but because you're going through a lot of changes that were my fault. And I'm going to have to go to this party, because, as mentioned, I am a Primogen's.
She's mine.
Yeah. So, But since you're my responsibility, I'd prefer you be somewhere I can see.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Um. Can we stop somewhere and get my clothes, or Vegas just kind of steps just one solid foot forward. We'll find you something to wear. Let me make one thing abundantly clear. You are the only one of your clan in this city that is so far allowed to be in this city. That may change if the prince decides that it should change. Your clan has a penchant for destruction. If you so much as blink the wrong way again, you will meet the sun far quicker than you could imagine sunrise could come. If you reach for a bottle or a beer or just to hand a tip to the cabbie, and I think your arm reached a little too far, you won't be bringing the arm back to your side. Do we understand each other? I don't really... You will control it, or I will control you. Yeah. Yeah, I'll do my best. Let's hope you do. Siren, I'm gonna go get ready. You gonna dress up as anything tonight? And the whole tone has shifted.
Yeah, she... I want to say, yeah, did Jem assign her anything? Like, is there... Okay, I just want to make sure...
You guys don't have to dress up. Like, she is, because
Listen,
I get
we know
money
it's
if I do
important
it.
to her. Shut up, we're doing the
So
thing.
far, we got two DC girls so far. We got Harley, we've got Poison
But that was,
Ivy.
yeah,
That's
and that
a
was
you
kind
and
of like a...
Yo-yo thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys can as well. Yeah, whatever you guys want. She just trusts you guys to be smart and not be like, hello, my name is Vampire.
Listen,
Like your
I
boyfriend,
know.
not Sporatu.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, this would also be the best night for us to
It
do
would.
that, to be fair.
Yeah.
But also, okay, you know what? Whatever you guys want to do. Live your best fun lives. I don't...
Yeah, she's gonna go, yeah, I've got something laid out upstairs. And, it's a little nostalgic for me, but it's alright.
Schoolgirl uniform? We're taking bets? That's mine. Okay.
Yeah, place your fucking
Casablanca.
bets. Place your fucking bets knowing Siren.
You said nostalgic.
Yeah, guess what? Guess what would be
It's a ball
nostalgia
gown.
for
Oh, there we go.
Siren?
Yeah, it's your debutante gown.
I was thinking like very like Casablanca, like
Oh god.
big like southern plantation.
It's not Casablanca. Casablanca's
What
in
am
the
I
That's Gone
40s.
with the Wind.
Gone with the Wind.
The
That's
other
one.
old movie.
The other
Another
old one.
old movie.
God, no.
Yeah,
There
like
are
there's
two.
two.
Yeah. Gone with the Wind and Casablanca. Everybody knows that.
I don't know about anyone else, but anytime Vegas gives a speech, I just want to punch him in the face more. Every time. I'm just like, one day I will punch this man. Today
Vegas,
is not this
Vegas
day.
would be far more effectual if he would stop talking and just hit people. Like, I'm gonna beat you until you agree with me.
And that's why Kitty wants to punch him. It's like, God, you could get so much more
Yeah.
across if you just punch someone.
Why are you talking to Eddie? Just beat him until he agrees with you.
Punch him!
Yeah.
This is why Kitty's not there.
Do you tell Vegas what you're going to be going as?
I am
or you just
sending
kind of
you
like
a
leave the
picture.
room?
I'm sending you a picture. She has it up on her bed. She has it in her room. Where the fuck are your messages? There we go. But she's gonna let him leave first so she can have a minute with Eddie.
I think I know that one. Okay. He goes, okay, well, I'm going to go get ready then. And immediately starts to walk away. Now, depending on where your bedroom is, like you guys are upstairs. I'm assuming your bedroom is also upstairs. Like he's just going to go straight to your bedroom.
Yeah, I assumed.
But he's not going downstairs.
Yeah, no. She's gonna look at him. She goes, "You don't know how to control it yet, do you?" Eddie,
I didn't know there
is
was...
he asking you for something that you can't do?
It's weird. I've seen this... it's a dude thing. I've seen this with guys before. I think he's trying to motivate me into controlling it. I don't know. I didn't know there was something I needed to control a night ago. It's just...
I know. That's why.
guy bullshit. I'm gonna wear something with long sleeves and try to blink properly.
You know what? It's
Probably
Halloween.
wear some sunglasses.
I was about to say, it's Halloween. I'll get you some sunglasses. I'll get you a fancier version than you're used to, of a nice suit and a nice
He
coat.
should go as Belushi from the Blues Brothers.
Not a bad idea.
Glad we're on the same page with that.
Yeah.
As soon as you said, I was like long sleeves, glasses. I'm like, well, it's either Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah.
Or
we just listen. But yeah. So she will go help find and track down some clothes like that. Bring them for Eddie to change into. And yeah.
He's going to pace a little bit. He's kind of going to go. When you come, I'm assuming you're going to go get the clothes like now, and you're just going to walk off.
Yeah.
Okay. Are the clothes in your bedroom, or
I feel like
is there going to be another
there's-
scene with Vegas,
She doesn't.
or
She doesn't. Yeah, she's gonna go talk to Vegas, and she's gonna essentially ask him the same thing. She starts changing into the thing that I showed you.
yeah,
And
he watches intently.
of course he does. Are you and much less calmly than she was just talking to Eddie. While stripping, she's yelling at him. But quietly, because we're vampires, we don't actually have to yell. I know, that's Are you asking him for something he can't fucking do right now? He's been this for a day. You expect him to control it? What the hell is wrong with you?
He hasn't been this for a day. He's been this for who knows how long.
He's been consciously aware of it for a day.
He's been through some shit.
Yeah, and you're now asking him to go into a room full of heightened emotions and crowds and blood and people he hasn't been around and kindred he hasn't been around and expect him to not accidentally blink wrong?
Fear is going to be the best motivator that I have as a leash until the prince decides to let him have reign or run. He'll be able to do this. He's not hungry. I mean, not any more hungry than usual. He's not starving. He's in as much control as he could possibly be. I need to be able to tell the prince that he's going to be able to be a member of our society, regardless of his clan, because guess what? We tested it. If there's any prince that could get away with, it would be Camillo.
Okay.
If it was one of the Toreador, it would literally be, no, kill him. If it was the Tremere, let's cut him up in pieces and study him. If it was the Nos, they would probably try to eat him. I don't know.
is when Duncan knocks on the door at that exact moment.
Yes.
Because Duncan's
Yes.
still coming
I was gonna say,
there.
Yes,
Duncan's
of
still
course
coming
he
over.
does. Flawless timing. I am here for it.
It's we have a little bit of leeway. I'm going to see if he deserves it. If he doesn't, he's a safety risk, and not just to be a tool to Addison.
I know. I just.
And also, the guy's got gifts that we don't possess.
I had gifts that most people don't possess, and you sat here and trained me for weeks before I was out there. He's had a day.
And we would have done the same thing if he hadn't have been, your tool hadn't been stolen. He had a lifetime as a kind to understand how to sneak, how to study, how to be stealthy, how to get information, how to be charismatic. He had a lifetime of that. Now he has other tools. But it's like a gun. He needs to be able to keep his finger off the trigger.
Is there anything
So-
we can do to help tonight other than just fear?
The temptation's already going to be there. It's whether or not the rat eats the cheese, or if the rat realizes that he's in a maze and there's no escape.
She's finished changing. She's gonna go into the closet and pull out old suits and stuff. Grab a pair of sunglasses from one of the drawers. Just, I hope you know what you're doing.
What is he? Are you dressed? What's he going as?
Blues Brothers.
That's a 2 for costume. And he goes and he starts
Oh my
looking
God,
like
are you gonna?
he looks and he actually likes like it's his old closet. Like
Yeah.
see if like there's
Yeah, I
any
know.
of his old stuff here. And
That's why I assumed that there would be his clothes in there, like older. Yeah.
and he starts like he sees a suit that can work. You know, it wasn't enough for him to take out. He surprises there, and he's like, "Yeah, it's his old suit." Takes out. And it's very like on the street, it would be upscale. You know, like why are you wearing this to a bar party?
Yeah.
But like for Toreador going to events, it was just like an old suit. And it's old, but takes it and he feels around on the top shelf. There's all right. I'll meet you at Let's Have. Gotta get a hat.
No.
He can wear that one. It's fine.
If he's sticking with you, I'm sticking with both of you.
Okay. And then it's when you do hear the knock, knock, knock.
I'll get that. You two get dressed and play nice. She drops off Eddie's clothes to him before she heads downstairs to open the door.
And you just hear him. You hear Eddie just kind of like not mumbling, but the distance that you have from him is fading. And he's like, "So how am I supposed to fucking just control this shit?" And you hear Vegas start to converse with him back.
At least there's some instruction happening. That's all I fucking wanted.
And you hear the knocking. You go up, and there's it looks like a cable repairman. He's got like a little toolbox. He has some overalls.
And
it
having
says
never called
Cable
one of these
Company.
before. Yeah, having never
Yeah.
called one of these before, she is not at all. She has no doubt who this is. At all. Because they don't need a cable company here.
Yes, ma'am. Here for after hours support. No. Kitty sent me. That's
Yeah,
weird.
no, I know. Come on in.
That's so weird. It's
You
like
don't need
the
a
worst.
You don't need a cover or a face here, Duncan.
I know, but that's I sound like a bad porno.
Are there
Okay,
good
so
pornos? I gotta ask.
Yes.
I don't know. You've seen a lot of the internet. I don't. So she didn't really say a lot because phones and text message. What all I'm supposed to do is like look for. You think you're bugged?
I think somebody who came back with us is bugged, and I will explain. I will not explain.
Okay.
I'm realizing I'm like, wait, hold on. We have to present him to the prince first. Anyone outside the coterie who knows it could be a problem because there's a fucking protocol and we got in trouble last time. So she's going to attempt to she's gonna say there was some blood work done, and someone was returned to us in a way that makes us feel like we're being punked, trapped, baited, and we need to see if he's got trackers on him somewhere, in or on or around him, that we've brought back into this house.
Okay. And he kind of sets his like clunk clunk.
She stops him. She goes, also, if there are, don't remove them. He already knows we're here. If there are trackers, we could use that to our advantage. But I just need to know. That's
Okay.
it.
How big's the dude? Or dudette?
She gestures to how high he is.
Okay. He sets his trunk down on the
Eddie
trunk.
Valiant sized.
Oh, okay, like the old
yeah.
Roger Rabbit movies.
It's
Yeah.
amazing how often that comparison comes up.
He opens it up and there's just tech inside this like toolbox. Like it is wired into the lid of it. Like this is the sides flap down. Like it's a mini like computer and some tech equipment inside this toolbox. And he takes out. It looks like roll a intelligence technology. We're gonna use that for media, because everybody, if you run a campaign
I have no
of modern society, either it's ultra modern or it's like 5e ultra modern or whatever, do a social media / like pop culture like skill.
Yeah.
You get 2. Okay. It looks like a weird tech piece.
I only have 2 dice total. That's about as good as I can get there for that skill.
It's like a little handheld device. It's got a screen on the front of it, and it's got like 2 arms that go off to the side. And he turns it on, and you see the arms on the side, like 2 little. It almost looks like 2 little antennae coming off the side. They kind of flap up, flap down, and they stay down there. And he goes, so where's the guy at? Is he down here? Is he upstairs?
She'll take him. She'll walk him.
Okay. He follows you around. He's just kind of like waving it around. He's like, I'm just gonna look for bugs while we're at it. You never know.
I was gonna ask you to hit the outside on your way out as well. So good instinct.
Your outside's good.
Oh, you already checked.
Yeah.
How long have you been
Your
here?
outside's good. Like 5 minutes, 10 minutes before I knocked on the door. I like to know if I'm walking into a net too.
Remind me to thank Kitty for just you being around.
I thank her for my existence. I'm here for. Okay, she's good people. All right, so there's nothing down here.
Not thank her for you existing. Thank her for bringing you into our coterie and our lives.
I know.
I'm not that much of a dick. Good. He's upstairs. I can't with men today. I'm just gonna blush of life and go do a shot. Like
he follows behind. There's like a slow beeping sound coming from the device. When you get into the room, the beeping gets a little bit more like fast paced, and you see the legs go up from the sides. And he goes, "Okay." He looks at Vegas. You got a cell phone on you? Yeah. Can I see the cell phone? And Vegas like holds it up. Can I hold your cell phone? Give me the fucking device, Vegas. Vegas like hands the phone over. Scans Vegas. There's nothing. And he hands the phone back. The beeping was the cell phone. He kind of figured that if you called him, it wasn't on you. Kind of, the camera sees him like wanding you from behind as he like leads you up to the stairs. Like he's not. He's just like beep 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 beep.
it's all natural back there, buddy.
He looks at Eddie. He goes, "Oh, okay. So might be bugged. Let's look. Can you raise your arms out for me? Kind of raise, not like a zombie. Can you raise them out to your side? Fucking raise his arms out.
Like you've been through TSA before, Eddie. Come on.
Yeah, he wands from fingertip straight to fingertip. He runs along his neck. He goes down. He goes down. Then he actually like squats, like Duncan squats. At this point, Eddie has the suit on. We'll go there. So like real TSA, like, and he lifts and but he gets very close to the skin and actually does the device. There's nothing. He looks at it. He's clean. There's no tracker. You guys going to a party tonight? You guys looked at the fucking Blues Brothers.
He was invited to this party. We have couple costumes, first of all.
He's
I
asking
need to
them, like, are
know.
you guys going to the party? Because it's like Vegas and random dude who might be a threat.
I feel it's important to note now what she answered the door in, which was Liza Minnelli's Mein Herr costume from Cabaret. And so it's the shorts, it's the vest, it's the hat. And it's that. The hat, the everything, the boots. And so that is what she's been in this whole time. Thanks for the bits for that, Kellen. The
biddies.
timing, flawless. She's even got the tiny little heart-shaped, like, drawn here, and the choker and everything. She's got all of it. And it's in the Discord now.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's she's if she were a mere human, she would be freezing her tits off in this weather in this costume. Yeah. It's October.
Yeah.
Like, I know
Yeah,
it's New
but
Orleans, but it's October. It's colder there than it is here. Like,
It's a humid cold too.
yeah.
So Duncan's walking around him, like, you got the front of him. He's like, yeah, he looks like he's fine. He goes behind him, and then roll me a intelligence awareness. Right? That's a perception check. Is that what we've been doing? I always forget if it's intelligence awareness or something else.
It's wits awareness.
Wits awareness. Thank you.
You said you want wits awareness, yes?
Yes, please.
2, 3. Swear to God, if Duncan plants a bug on him right now, I will kill him. Okay. Oh God, bad.
I love it how, like, you're worrying about Duncan at the
2
moment.
successes,
Oh, okay.
and then 2 critical failures. One of them was on my hunger dice, and 1 bestial failure.
Fair.
Nothing
really
rolled
can-
so badly, guys. Like,
Nothing. The good thing is your beast is unaware of how badly it did.
my beast doesn't give a fuck about awareness.
And you see his arm moving, and then he stands up, like he's behind Duncan, or he's behind Eddie. And then he steps to, like, the left of Eddie, and you see that Duncan has a large barreled revolver pointed at Eddie's head. So Vegas, you any good with tattoos? And Vegas looks at him and goes, I think you should put the gun down. I think you should tell me why we have Sabat in the city and we're not just blowing his fucking head off. And
Because Kitty
the
told us
gun
not to, is what she
the gun
immediately
goes-
says.
down a little bit. The gun goes down a little bit. So, I mean, I know you guys are hounds. This is a Sabat. It doesn't really matter what Kitty says. That's a Sabat. Does the prince know? And he looks back to Vegas. The prince is informed. That is our jurisdiction as hounds and primogen to take care of this. Okay? This is an asset. And Eddie has not moved. He has not blinked. He hasn't blushed a life. He hasn't, accidentally breathed. He is rock solid, stoned, like, staying very still.
Oh, good. Fear works.
Yep.
Point proven.
And he goes, he lowers the pistol from the tattoo. First it was the temple, down to the tattoo. And puts it, like, rib cage level. I just want to know what kind of asset, because what I was told was, hey, check for bugs. Now we have a bug. This dude, bug. Yeah, bug that will eat you in your sleep or tell everyone. All right, calm the fuck down. You're a guest in her domain.
And maybe she should be allowed to speak then.
Vegas just kind of like looks down, like, okay.
We are trying to do everything we can because he was not given a choice. He was claimed in some way or other by the Sabbat, and the only way to know what the fuck is going on is to keep him alive. We were asked not to do anything because crossing that boundary, especially if he is their property, could be a really bad idea for the political machinations of this fucking city. And it's not his fault. He was my responsibility. If it's anyone's fault, it's mine for sending him off on a mission he apparently was not equipped for. If you should be pointing that at anyone, you should be pointing it at me. I'm the
He
one
immediately like flips it towards you, like,
Yeah.
but it spins, and he doesn't holster it, but he puts it inside of his coveralls. That's good enough for me. I don't know if you guys seen the tattoo. That's all I'm asking is, do we fucking know?
Then you could have just asked, hey, y'all see this motherfucking tattoo? It's weird, right?
I don't like dealing with Sabbat.
I don't know what they're supposed to be. All I know
The
is
boogeyman.
all I know is Kitty came from outside the city. She's a lot fucking smarter than me in a lot of areas. I trust her, and I trusted her opinion on this.
Okay.
She, to be fair, has no fucking idea that Kitty was Sabbat. She just thinks she knows about. She just thinks that she knows about what they were.
Oh, Kitty told you guys.
Okay, no, she doesn't say that. No, she does not say that. She's not.
Yeah, I have not told my Nas boyfriend that I was Sabbat.
To make it really clear.
Duncan has
no. To make it really,
Duncan's
really
not
clear.
taking what she's saying for Kitty was Sabbat.
No. To make it very, very clear, I'm not even trying to get close to suggesting that because I genuinely, the player, forgot whether she told us or not. So I was acting as though she hadn't. So is Siren. She's acting as though that is not information that she knows.
Even with everything you said, Duncan would
not
never
exactly.
assume
So
that
this
Kitty
is
was Sabbat.
genuinely she came from a different city where maybe they had a bigger presence. That she is never once even skirting close to the idea of she knows some personal experience. It was just she knows they fucking exist. I didn't know what the fuck they were. I was told by someone who knew what they were to stay away from it, so I did. It's like being told by a mad scientist, don't touch that bottle over there. I've never used it, but it's a bad chemical. Like, that's how she's treating this.
You know what happens when you say that, though? Jace comes in from fucking, like, the curtains on the side and just pushes that button.
Yeah.
So,
actually, I just had a vial of it myself.
Yeah, exactly.
And I just pour it on.
Already
one of those?
And then
This one, you
and then I skirt back into the.
You mean this bottle? You mean these ashes?
Exactly right. Yeah. But yeah, as for continuity's sake, Duncan, there was no like light in Duncan's eye. Like, Kitty's
no, that was never what never the plan. It was genuinely he trusts her, I trust her. She's currently common ground of I respect her opinion. I'm hoping he respects her because that's the only reason why she didn't need to know anything else. It was, I don't know what this thing is. She does, and she said don't touch, so I'm not gonna fucking touch. Like that was it. Like full respect. Like,
so the gun is holstered, and he's very much like, oh, okay. Well, you guys were aware of it. That whole vibe is now shifted, like very much like Vegas just did. Of like we're serious,
right now.
And then nothing.
Can we? Oh my god, the whiplash, the vibe-lash.
Potential problem? No problem.
I don't like that they can do that quickly. I do not appreciate that they can flip around so fast because I cannot. As a player or a character, I cannot keep up.
So, no bugs. You guys are going to be the Blues Brothers and Blues Sister,
Sally
I guess.
Bowles. No. Fräulein Sally Bowles. Sorry.
He's going to be dressed as that. I've got to go get ready for the party. I will see you guys there. And he's your issue. And then walks the fuck out.
That's what I was trying to fucking say.
Duncan has no idea about musicals.
He gonna learn. Don't say that to
He's
me.
like, Blues Brothers? Okay.
I can't sing. Listen, I'm not allowed to sing right now. It would be a problem. Like.
So, all during that time, is when the last little bit of last episode was happening for the Lasav crew. Siren, is your goal to go to Lasav with the Blues Brothers?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
So-
no, I'm just gonna force the party split all goddamn night.
She's just gonna
Fucking
go
love it.
trick or treat.
I
So,
made this whole speech about how Eddie was my problem, and then I looked at them in their costumes, and you went, you know what? I'm annoyed by the men. I'm gonna just fuck off. Like, no,
Valid.
like,
So the
That's
camera-
okay.
that's you can do that.
it's valid. I'm just not.
So the camera cuts and it rises through the ceiling, looks at the skyline and comes back down, and it is Hammy in the driver's seat, Siren in the front seat, and the Blues Brothers in the back. Because Vegas is very much going to keep Eddie close, and he's not going to be driving, and he's not going to be up there with the driver, and he's not going to be with you. So he made it very clear, like, this is my chauffeur tonight. And Hammy gets out and opens the door for you and then for Vegas. And by that time, Eddie's gotten out, and Eddie walks around to Vegas. Is there any discussion you guys want to have before we get in the bar? No? Okay. So, the coterie is back together. Yo-Yo just kind of points when you guys come in. The crew is upstairs. Well, Jem, have you gone upstairs yet?
No, I went to go change and look at the stuff in the manila folder envelope that Dad gave me that ended up being the blurred photos. I would also like to say, because she is a Prime account member, that my Amazon purchase has arrived.
Works for me.
Remarkable. So she is wrapping those items while she looks at these pictures and then greases herself up to get into this stupid Harley outfit.
Daddy's Little Monster or like comic
No,
book?
it's
Okay.
specific. No, it's very
It's
much.
just-
Didn't know what Harley we were going for.
It's
Yeah,
in
I put it
it's
in
the
Oh.
Bayou chat.
chat. It's her from Arkham Knights.
And I love
It's
it.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
but it's very specific. I don't want a Harley that has a Mr. J, because we stand a queen, but not an abuser.
A well-adjusted queen. Yes.
Well, as well adjusted as Harley Quinn can be.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mr. J
So
can get
here's the
fucked.
question I have on that. Did you tell? Might be better if I was in the right server. Did you tell Grin what were you going to be dressed up as?
Grin's dead, so I told his
Sorry, yeah,
his
yeah.
son, who I'm having sex with currently, and
Yeah.
that's not problematic at all.
No.
No, but he said that he was going to show up, so I figured he's just showing up as Killer Croc.
He also is showing up as Harley.
Oh my god,
But
if he shows up
he's
as
gonna be
Harley,
Poison Ivy.
He's Harley.
if he shows up as Harley, I'm doing nothing but fucking him this entire episode. Y'all can do whatever you want to do. That's it, man. Yeah, but he said he wasn't going to dress up, he was going to show up.
That is the best Harley, by the way. So okay, Yo-Yo points to Jem's office, and then upstairs, and leading you to believe that one is in the office and one is upstairs. Kitty, where are you at?
Delivery note, I probably went home to get dressed because I also had a costume, but I didn't keep it here.
Yeah, this is where all Kitty's role play and lingerie is.
This is where I keep my crossbows and my really
Loose.
cool guns.
Yeah, lose
And
that.
that I'm fine with. Please don't keep your fetish gear at the bar.
Yeah.
It's on.
Well,
No,
Bud and Lou have like a
we can
weird thing where
charge
like they
more.
go through all the clothes. So she
Stop
doesn't
it.
God, Lou. Yeah, you have to move your stuff because
Oh my
Whiskey
god,
Lou
do
keeps
you
going
want
through
to
your
borrow
costumes.
Bud and Lou as the hyenas? Because that's what they're named after, is Harley's hyenas.
I know, and again, I can't stress this enough. They're still not allowed inside the bar.
Damn it. I tried.
Yeah.
They're still not
She tried.
allowed.
She
Yeah.
was so close.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to go like 2 months from now. Like, well, you let them in for Halloween as costume
let 'em in for
accessories. Can I have my dogs?
Yeah. No.
So
Can you please put those Batwing harnesses on the dogs though, for like when they're outside? I would
Oh my
like them to
God.
have those bat wings.
They
like they're
unfortunately,
tiny dragons.
Kitty looked. They didn't come in the size of elephant.
God damn it.
Unfortunately.
So
But they would have come in a toddler size.
too small still.
In-
Too small.
They are
In
bigger than
adult
toddler.
male. Adult male size.
Adult
You
male.
have to get some like
Just
cosplay
bare-
In a
wings.
full
Bare
onesie.
daddy leather harnesses, okay?
Yes.
Just,
Done. Done.
and they're still a little snug.
No.
Still a little snug.
Yeah.
So
I left my voice.
do you want the camera to follow you back to your place, and then come back?
Yeah,
Is there
I
anything you would like to do while you're out of the LaSalle?
there's not much she wants. She's gonna hunt. She's gonna get her
Bring your
hunger
hunger
down
down?
a little bit before the party, because that can be a disaster.
How do you plan on hunting tonight? Just getting it done, or are you gonna?
It's a one night stand quick thing. It's a done. It's a real quick
No-
eat 'em,
no
drop
rules
'em,
needed.
keep going.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna kill anyone, so I'll still be at one hunger.
Yeah.
That's
fair.
but leave someone's a little woozy. And then I'll get dressed and then meet up with my last boyfriend, and then head to the bar.
Okay. So does Duncan know what you're going as?
Yeah, I texted him. I have the outfit for him.
did you-
Unfortunately,
did you
you have
text
just
the
made it canon.
storyteller to tell me what you're wearing? Duncan can know all day long, but Duncan's going to show up as Kitty intended because Sway don't know.
Hold on. I will send it to you.
And you're like, yeah, I texted him. You know he doesn't exist, right?
It doesn't exist, right?
Oh God,
There
we
you
need
go.
to. Let's go on a break real quick and have this conversation.
Oh, yeah. Okay. The question is he rocking his normal face, or
Yeah,
is he
whatever he wants, man.
rocking like public?
Because he can be a normal face this time of night, so it really says whatever you want to be, you can be.
Okay. He shows like when you guys get back to LaSalle, he is looking very generic. And he looks to you like, I don't think I could pull John Travolta off with this. So
That's fair.
Are you doing
and his like skin tight black shirts and pants, he offers an arm to Kitty
Yeah.
dressed up. Yeah. Do you want to describe what you guys are dressed up as?
It's Danny and Sandy from Grease in the last scene.
The last scene,
Oh,
but
good,
like the
Slutty Sandy.
biker.
It's Slutty
The
Sandy.
leather
Yeah.
of the biker.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
good.
Self-actualized Sandy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fly off in the
I'm
car,
trying.
Sandy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The dogs are
Totally
the car.
still alive, Sandy.
Dogs are the car.
They rode the dogs in.
Oh my God, that's really.
You can't
cute.
say no to them coming inside if they're a car.
They're cars.
Yes, I can.
They're so
I can
disguised.
absolutely.
Jem
Even
doesn't
more
realize
so.
they're the dogs. They're just a
Yeah.
really good prop.
Exactly.
Oh, you're dressed as little werewolves. Oh,
Aw.
you're the size
just-
of children.
You drove a car into the bar. What do
Not
you
a
think
big
I am?
deal.
You think I'm stupid? Come on now.
How do I get my ghoul dog's Nosferatu powers to be invisible? This is my question.
You want them to have mask of many faces where they look like chihuahuas if that's more
Mask of many
socially acceptable.
puppers.
No,
Yeah.
no, but now I
Chihuahuas
do.
would also not be allowed in the. I feel like
Just the cats. So we're just making
Yeah, just
only
the cats.
exceptions for the cats.
is my mic on? Can you hear me?
You look like
So they have to look like
the-
cats to be allowed in.
Give
Apparently.
me like 3 weeks and they'll be service animals. It's fine.
then you can sue Jem if she says no. You're fine.
Jem would let in service animals. She's let
I
them
know.
in the past. There's a,
Yeah.
you know what? Okay, let's just have Halloween and have a good time and fuck off. Okay.
Merry Christmas.
I'm not
Happy
bringing the dog in the
Chrysler.
car.
Merry
No
Christmas.
Chilling outside with food
No
and water and
grimace.
vibing, getting all the pets.
Yeah. And they sit like little gargoyles
They do.
outside of LaSalle.
Lou gets all the pets. Bud kind of does the like half snarl thing
Bud-
anytime someone tries
Bud
to
just
get
kind
near
of like
him.
moves his head
Don't
like
touch me.
away, like don't fucking touch me. He's like 2 good drops of blood away from being able to talk, and he's just like, "Well, don't touch me."
Yes!
Um,
Lou can't talk on a good day.
Lou couldn't talk if he was born a kindred. Like,
I would
no
die
brain,
for him. I
only
would die for
Protec.
him. I would die for that dog.
Okay.
So we go inside of Lissav, and wouldn't you know it, you look around when you guys get inside, and there are a lot of kindred that you have recognized throughout being kindred yourself, but they're all friendly faces. Iris is here. She looks at when Vegas comes in. She nods, holds up her phone. He nods and kind of raises an eyebrow. She is dressed. She is dressed like Professor McGonagall,
Yes.
but like spookier. Like you get that. You don't know if she's dressed as Professor McGonagall, but like really leaning into the old witchy mom vibes.
Yes.
A short pointy hat, you know, like it's just kind of very much like the what are the Louboutins? What are they called?
the Beauxbatons.
Frenchies? Yeah, there
The
you go.
Beauxbatons.
I know I said Louboutin, but I'm
You
saying
did. You did, and that's okay.
Same thing.
but I knew it was like Beauxbaton. I just didn't know what the word
No,
was.
no.
It was very
Voodoo,
close.
Voodoo, your pun was perfect. I was briefly distracted by
McGothical?
I have
Yes.
to leave Sway for so incorrectly saying those
That's her
names.
McGothical. Yes.
I
So
didn't dance
upset.
with those. I didn't dance with those girls. I danced with the
No,
other
I
ones.
know you
okay?
did. Do you remember their names? Exactly.
I was blushing really hard to
I
the
know.
entire thing.
I
I
know.
didn't.
I've seen
I
the
had
video.
like almost a broken ankle.
The Celestina
We're gonna-
and the Banshees dragged him up on stage when he was here with
It
his
was
ex years
good.
ago. And
They-
so
they
he
were
got to be the
awesome.
guy that they did the dance with, right?
Good.
And I was
Oh.
like
yeah.
this the entire time
Yeah.
and danced with them. It was fun. Got videos
Oh.
of it.
Because
I was halfway okay.
Celestina
You
Warbeck,
dork.
literally
Oh,
though,
yeah.
that woman, my super gay
That's
friend,
Iris.
Yes, that's Iris. My super, in her heyday though, like my super gay friend Michael would watch them and he goes, that woman does things to parts of me that no woman has ever done, just looking at her. And I was like, correct, like, and she sings and she
Louboutin,
great,
Louboutin.
like, anyway, carry on.
You look around and there she's actually sitting with Fred. Like there's she's it seems like she's parsed out that this animal is special.
Friend,
But it
he's
kind of like
friend?
it kind of like completes the ensemble in some way. Like Fred and Iris, like they have their secret side missions that you all have no idea about. The camera never sees, but it happens.
Buddy cop movie I didn't know I needed
Exactly.
until right
Um,
now.
That's it. That's what the game is now.
You see, when he turns to you, you see it's obviously Id. Like that is Id's face. Id's real face. Except he's dressed as Two-Face? No, he's dressed as Joker. He's dressed as Two-Face, Joker, and Dr. Connors put together. There's a lot of different universes.
The entirety of the Rogues Gallery.
He's got makeup that splits his face, where he looks like Lizard on one side, but the Joker on the other. The smile looks like it's a scar, but you know that it's not because his grin is too wide.
I don't know if I can support him if he came willingly dressed as Joker. That's a toxic choice.
Yeah, but also like that trap.
But
He,
I also there had to be
Or
something
getting
wrong with him.
Google super villains.
There had to be something wrong with him.
he's dressed as like as many super villains as he could get away with, and people are like, they don't get it, like around him, like they don't really understand, like why is
He's a
Two-Face
super
doesn't look like a
villain.
litter. Yeah.
He's a super villain because he's all of them.
But he's not dressed as like he's dressed more like he's not dressed like fuckboy Joker with the grill. He's
Oh, fuck
dressed like more like old, like he's got green in his hair, like the older style Joker.
Like if perhaps if Mark Hamill were to come out,
Yeah,
which is acceptable.
like we love Mark Hamill, we hate the Joker.
we do, we absolutely do.
But yeah, so he actually approaches you guys. Hey, have you guys seen Gem?
You, you
Goes to yeah. Well, I guess the time frames don't really match up. He's going to approach you, Kitty, and Duncan. He goes, Jem said she was here, that she was going to dress up. I came. He goes, Are you wearing makeup? Shut up, Duncan. I'm wearing fucking makeup. You got a fucking problem with this? But why? We need to talk, bud. Do you watch comic book movies?
Do you know which character
No?
you're dressed as right now?
Yeah. Joker's got a big fucking smile, so it works. Two-Face. He's a character that has two faces. I've now got two faces. This
I
is
love him for trying.
Dr.
This is my
Connors.
favorite thing in the world.
Dr.
You dressed
Connors
as all of
has
them.
Wait, no, because Kurt
Yeah.
Connors is
I
Spider-Man,
love that.
so he's not Kurt Connors. He's just Killer
Dr.
Croc.
he doesn't know that. He's said that he's dressed as
He said
Dr.
he's
Connors.
Yeah.
And Duncan goes, dude, that's two different universes, man.
I'm in love with this man.
What do you mean?
He's so big and he's so
comic
dumb,
books.
and one day I'm gonna top him.
He goes,
Woo!
it's comic books. He goes, Duncan goes, yeah, but all right, so Spider-Man, you're dressed as like half of Spider-Man's villain.
You've
and then
lost the
the other half you're dressed
Nosferatu
as...
for the rest of the night. That's
Yeah.
all they do.
And the
They're in
camera
the
does
corner
kind of like pan
writing
away
about
while
comic
Kitty's just
books.
like, what the fuck? And you see
Kitty
like
just slowly
Duncan go to like try to like take his
out.
makeup off his face.
Kitty like moves to go find Jim and lets them continue this conversation. So I'll go to Jim's office and knock on the door.
Yeah, come in.
I've never loved it more.
I open it and
Honestly,
like I have two Nosferatus arguing about comic books out here, so I need you to just show up.
oh god, yeah, absolutely.
You look great.
Sandy, yes, ma'am. Oh my god. Yeah. Hey, quick question. Can you get some eyes on these for me, real quick? And she shows her the pictures.
Remind my brain. What are the pictures again?
They're random pictures throughout. Go
It's
ahead,
like
Jen.
it's outside Le Save, outside the warehouse.
Mhm.
I think there was one outside of the unseen site.
There wasn't one directly outside of Unseen Sight. There was one at the clubhouse, one at the warehouse, one at La Save, the warehouse that connects to the clubhouse, and then there's just a few throughout the city. You
And
can't
it's
really
like-
make out where they're at because of the camera angles. You're like kind of pointing down at people.
So it's like surveillance footage, but
Yeah,
ancient
kind of like
sites
city
are.
cams sometimes. Yeah.
But it's there's like the one person that's blurry, like someone's doing Ghost in the Machine or something.
Looks like someone's trying to like tell us that they can watch us wherever we are.
Yeah, but Dad sent these.
Yeah. It's probably telling you to be more careful.
More careful of what? How more
I don't
careful
know.
can we be?
We all kind of do some dumb shit in broad daylight, not just daylight. And I'll look through them. Like, do I recognize anything that like? Do I pick up on anything with these, like dates, time?
You know that some of these are private, like CCTV cameras, like security cameras a private business would have, and some of these are no shit from like the city of New Orleans public health, or not public health, public safety cameras, traffic cams, shit like that.
Did he say anything when he gave you these?
Yeah, he said that this was the paperwork for Hard Rock.
Then maybe someone took the paperwork from Hard Rock and replaced them with these.
I don't.
When you see your dad, you should be like, hey, were these supposed to be in that folder? Or your safe isn't as safe as you think it is.
Fuck. She's gonna go find because Yo-Yo's at the bar.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Over there, Yo-Yo is she has got so many people around her right now.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, she does.
She is dressed like Poison Ivy, and she could literally be poisoning all of these men, and they are lining up willingly.
I definitely got her into her corset. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that no one wants a waist over 9 inches. Yeah, she's like completely. Help me. What's the when
Blinder.
Blinder. Yeah, I was like, she's so focused she can't talk. She just goes up to her. Hey, who's been in my office?
I
thought that
haven't
was
even
I thought that was a Kiwi.
I haven't even been in your office. Nobody, as far as I know.
Nobody as far
you
as
can
you know.
fucking wait a minute, man. And she just goes back to talking to you.
Yeah. Nobody as far as you know. No one's been back there.
No, I mean, once you go around the corner, you could be going in the back. You could be going to your office, but I mean, no fucking civvies have been out there.
Well, then who has?
There's something missing.
Maybe.
Look, boss. As far as I know, nobody's been back there.
Fuck. Okay.
If I have to fucking tell you again to wait a fucking minute, I'm going to smash this glass into your forehead.
Whoever's giving her trouble, Jem's
just,
gonna. Oh, even better. Jem's just gonna like pop up on the bar real quick, grab his collar, and slam him into the bar.
Fuck! Fuck this place. Come on. Turns and leaves.
AJ, thank you for your
He was
service.
dressed like a really like one of those like polyester plastic costumes, like you just put it over clothes.
Which is still
I can't
that.
even tell what it was.
But
Yeah, but he's trying. He's not there to have a good time. He's there to pick
No.
up women in the weirdest costume ever.
don't do it in a smock. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. She just looks at Yo-Yo and is like, huh. That helped, actually. She's gonna grab grab a dude.
Right?
Yeah.
No, I'll put something there, but I haven't seen anybody go back there.
Okay. Fuck. Okay. Well, I'm around, so if you need anything, just holler. And okay. I'm gonna do a quick scan.
Yeah.
Can I see if the Toreador group has gotten here yet?
You. So it's Halloween.
Right.
Are you going to use your sense the unseen, or because you don't have like a beast mode, like beast vision, like Kitty?
No,
does?
I'm just trying to see like if I can see Hammy. If Hammy's walked in.
Hammy came in with Vegas and Siren.
The
and-
Toreador group. That's what I'm asking.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I thought
Because
you
they're
meant a group of
Toreador
Kindred.
sway.
Yeah. Yeah. So Hammy's kind of waiting to get his usual seat. Like he's within eyesight.
Okay.
You see Vegas kind of off to the side, almost like where like to go up the stairs a little bit. They're kind of like that little kind of nook area between the bar and going up the stairs. And Vegas looks like he's sitting there talking to Siren and Eddie, who's out.
Okay, she's specifically looking for Hammy, so she sees him.
Yeah.
She gives him like a heads up and a wink, and looks over at the crowd and is like, "All right, gentlemen, you need to behave yourself. Keep your hands off my best girl." And she's gonna dip Yo-Yo.
Yeah.
And not necessarily go for a kiss, but make it look like she is.
Yeah. And she just kind of goes with it, and you see like her hand like rubbing up your back and like in your hair, and people are like,
Yeah.
"Ooh,
Yeah,
Tits
absolutely.
Blue girl
increase
that-
exponentially.
yeah." There's a lot of woo girl
nothing but money.
testosterone going on.
God bless. And then she's gonna go. I was yeah. So I was told that there are Nas philosophizing about comic books in a corner somewhere, and
You will grab her by the
Yeah.
arm and move her toward the
Like,
NOS.
we just, but before she's like, "Oh shit, fuck!" Wait, she runs back to her office, grabs the packages, and then comes back.
When
It's
you
like
when
a
you get back, you see that almost all of the Joker makeup is off. And you see like, and it's Id that's like wiping his face at this point, and he's just trying to get rid of this shit off his face.
Duncan gave a small commentary about Joker's problematic.
Like, yeah, and he's got most of it off. Like the side of his lips on like one side is a little bit more red than the other, but like all the white like body paint essentially has come off. He stole a rag from the bar, and he's just like, you don't know what he wet it with, but it is like he's like scrubbing his face, trying to get it off. Oh, it's definitely more like he took like a bottle of vodka, some Everclear, just like, like,
that'll do
getting
it.
off.
Yep.
Do it.
Maybe not vodka, but definitely the Everclear would get it off. And he sees you approaching, and he goes, "Hey, I am so sorry. I didn't know that the Joker was not a good dude. I know he's a bad guy, but I didn't know he's a bad guy."
Bad guy? Yeah, no, you're fine. She's just kind of looking and sorry. And she just holds out the bag. It's like a trick or treat bag. She just holds it out for him. I got you this the other day.
And he pulls it close to him, and he looks inside. Can you see what it is inside, or is it wrapped?
They're not wrapped. No, okay. It's it's a book and 2 CDs.
So is it id and Duncan, or is it just id?
Just id. I'm not getting Duncan presents.
I didn't know. And
sorry, no offense.
So he pulls out the CDs.
It'd be a little weird if you're giving it presents.
They do it differently in the cemeteries. Okay, so he pulls out the CDs. What's the first CD?
The first CD is, oh god, hold on. I just had it. It's From Chaos by 311.
Okay. And he goes, "Oh, this is
the first.
We're gonna play this. This is
yeah.
It's gonna be
fun." She kind of just looks at Duncan, and Kitty is like, kind of takes his arm and moves a little bit, so we're not having like this big moment in front of It's like, yeah, it's the first concert I ever went to, because they used to have 311 Day here in New Orleans, and it was so like back when I was in high school. And then the other one is the Romeo and Juliet Baz Luhrmann soundtrack. Okay. The second most perfect soundtrack in the history of soundtracks after, let's be honest, Twilight. Shut up. That album.
She's not wrong.
That album slaps.
I said nothing.
Yeah. We hate it, but that album fucking slaps.
It's the only good thing that movie did do.
Yep.
And he goes, "Oh, we'll have to play this on the good speakers."
Yeah. No, yeah. But like, whenever I don't know. You have so many books, and this is my favorite. But whenever I read it, it makes me think of this music. So I wanted you to have them.
I really appreciate that. I didn't.
Yeah.
We'll have to work something. I will give you something.
But no. I mean, hey,
this is nice.
No, you don't have to.
We'll work out an arrangement where you get something too.
No, it's not to be like an arrangement. It's you look great. It's good to see you.
I feel like I look like a half fucked clown.
We could fix that.
By fucking
the
him all.
Clown or the half part.
Well, maybe after you deal with your friends.
Deal with my friends. Yeah, that sounds about right.
And you hear Duncan go up. Remember, Killer Croc, not fucking Connors.
We are dancing.
Like you're dancing. He is right. Like he's not far enough away to not hear this conversation.
This is the better version. This is the better version of every Jane Austen dance scene we've ever seen. This is a better version. It's the one couple dancing, correcting the couple standing on the side instead of the couple fighting as they dance. It's so much better.
Yeah.
I fixed it. I fixed Regency for you. There you all go. You're fucking welcome.
So it's up to you guys. So Kitty and Duncan are dancing. Jem and it are talking about music and comics, and it's
not a comic, it's just a book, but also yes.
No. Now he switched to like after Duncan is talking about, he's like, so you're dressed as Harley Quinn. I've seen that movie.
Yeah.
I was dressing up like Joker because I didn't watch the one with them in it, like him in it. I watched like the old cartoons.
Yeah, no, like it's just like when he was just by himself, he was weird and stuff. But and honestly, the Heath Ledger, phenomenal. But you put him with Harley, and then it just gets bad.
I've been told. Well, I
Yeah,
watched
in
the
the
old
new
stuff where
ones-
Harley wasn't there. You look great. They definitely made the right choice.
Thanks. Yeah, like in
Um,
the new ones, she's with, and she points over to Yo-Yo. She's with Ivy. So I figured, we could be weird comic book lesbians and
No,
make enough
that's
money
great.
to start a drug
Is there
cartel.
is there there's not ever a time where like
Can we?
Ivy and Harley and Joker. That's weird.
That's weird.
No?
Okay. So I don't know all the
That's
comic
really
book, but I
fucking
don't.
weird, dude.
What
It's,
I mean,
it's,
like-
he's trying to make sure that he didn't sign up for something he didn't know about. Like dressing up as like a potential third wheel. Like it's not like he's
like,
not
are you-
trying to get a threesome.
Okay,
He's trying to make
okay,
sure he
okay.
didn't sign up for a threesome.
Nope.
Um,
Nope. I can't with Yo-Yo anyway. Hammy would kill me.
Don't know the arrangement. You haven't asked.
That is very true. I made a lot of assumptions, and I do apologize. But I'm also not asking. I
No.
would kill me. I
It's
don't
one of those
want
things
to.
that probably is never going to come up, but like, don't just let the dead air go. Change the fucking conversation.
That's fair. Sorry. I was just imagining.
Everybody's thinking of fucking like Nas and a ghoul and a Malkavian together walking to a bar.
And I'm
Kitty
back.
does-
Hey, guys.
You walked yourself into this corner. We were waiting for you to walk yourself out again.
Yeah, he's not about that, and we can get to Hammy and Yo-Yo sexuality in another scene where it's more important.
I
Define
think it's
more
very
important.
important. But
This is
we'll move on.
this is a party scene. This is a party episode. It's like haggling in a shopping episode. We have
They're
to talk
over
about
there
who's
and no one's
fucking
talking
who.
to them,
We,
so they're
I will
over
go
there.
talk.
Oh, hello.
Hi, so Hammy, do you like dick? Is this-
That's an important question.
That's not how you ask. That's not how you ask.
It's not?
It's
No,
not.
he's been around vampires for very long. You gotta ask specifically vampire dick. You gotta ask him about Vegas.
Now hold on.
Oh, they fucked. Oh, they definitely fucked.
One time.
Yeah.
And then never again.
I
They
know.
both decided it
Never
was, they
again.
both decided it was like, nope, we tried it once and it was terrible.
And
So
then they
Voodoo
never-
gives the content warning.
Thank you.
Thank you. Kitty does was dancing with Duncan Goat. Vegas didn't do anything weird, right?
Can't really talk about it on the floor. No, Vegas is fine. Siren's good. The other Blues Brothers kind of weird.
I
And he-
agree.
Not from around here
No.
in the city. Yeah. He,
Now we get the Jane Austen scene between.
and
the
he
couple.
kind of like taps where like the tattoo was on Eddie.
Yeah, definitely not from around here. Not expected to be here either.
How do you? And he's just like doing his thing with you on the floor. And he's, how do you feel about having one of those so fucking close to you?
Terrified.
I think New Orleans is getting a little too big, or a little too small. It's got a lot of the wrong people.
Getting a lot of more recognition than usual.
It's only going to be bad.
Things seem to be only bad lately.
The last like 2 years have been real rough. But I mean, most nights they're fine. There's nothing really happens, but then you get one big night, and then you're dealing with that for a while, and you get another big night, and you're dealing. Kind of just miss doing our own thing.
We could run away. We could leave right now. We just go.
I got enough money. We could do that.
We'll put that plan in the back pocket. Where would you want to go?
Honestly, I don't know. I've been tied here for so long, and then tied. I don't know. I was never part of the bigger side of us. So I don't know. These guys are cool. His brother kind of is a dick, but he's all right. And then boss lady, she's cool. Kind of stay out of her way. Don't fuck with her, but I don't know, going to somewhere else. Somewhere you could go underground would be cool. I like basements. Basements are a good vibe. Here, there's not a lot of basements.
New York has a lot of basements.
There's a lot of people.
There's a lot of people.
Where would you go? He kind of like pulls you closer.
The exact opposite.
So not New York?
Not New York. My favorite place I've ever been is Miami. The beach at night. It's just really pretty.
I haven't seen the beach at night since I didn't have to worry about the beach during the day.
It's kind of gorgeous. And the ocean's kind of really quiet. There's not a lot of people there at night.
Quiet
I
would
can
be
make a
nice.
hell of a sandcastle.
A sun castle.
Sandcastle.
Nothing but mirrors. And he pulls you closer and he goes, "We'll have to take a trip to Florida sometime."
Terrifying. But also, yes, please. Maybe we can move that plan from the back pocket to the front pocket.
Do we have to bring the entire group?
Absolutely not.
he starts kind of chuckling to himself. They're loud.
They're
And
really loud.
It's not so much them. It's just somehow they're always around the loudness. It's not like they're the ones on stage, but they're always the one carrying the speakers or the one standing too close to the stage. It's just, are they the circle?
Oh my god, are we the circle?
And as he, go ahead.
I don't know how. I never had anything this loud until I got here.
I get that. And he pulls you close. There's just a quiet moment between the two of you. We're going to take a quick break because Jethro is going. Yeah, I hear you. He's like this. I don't know if you guys can hear him, but he's just like constantly.
Oh, you mean these growling sounds?
I wish I could like take the camera, but like he's just sitting there going. So he wants
I
something.
see the shadow. Oh god.
Yeah.
Buzzy.
So we will come back to you guys in about 15 minutes, and I will see you guys then. Oh, and welcome back. Sorry, Pixie, I was waiting. I was looking over this way, and you were like 5, 4. I was scared. Hello, and welcome back to Rev RPG's Vampire the Masquerade 5th Edition live play, Blood in the Bayou, set in Louisiana, and we are having a Halloween party. Yes, we know it is December 9th for us. However, in the world, it has been a long few nights. Sometimes those nights last longer than 4 hours at a time. So we are getting around to Halloween now. So grab your candy, settle on in, and don't invent vampires in your house.
You do.
We're gonna
Your mom.
Let us in.
let the right one in.
We're so nice.
Oh,
We're so
there it
sweet.
Please let us in.
We can be our soulmates.
Please. We're just here for a drink of your blood.
May I speak to you about our Lord and Savior, Strahd?
My axe in your face.
Strahd.
Axe in your face.
Rod's mentioned a lot tonight, and I think that's absolutely hilarious.
Yeah. He's getting more screenplay tonight than most Strahd campaigns do.
Oh no!
It's
Stop!
because he's a whiny little emo teenage bitch. Like,
Stop! It's my favorite D&D campaign. Shut up!
I still want to
and
play
you
it.
play him right. You play him better than most people. I trust you with that.
Eventually, I'm gonna go on
my
Amazon.
D&D character fucked him. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm good.
Daddy Strahd. Daddy Strahd. At a certain point, I'm just going to go on Amazon and buy like the collector's edition, you know, with the Taroka cards and everything.
Do it.
Um,
But you won't, Howard.
you say that until I do Vampire Night, where we play as the Coterie playing D&D.
Yes! Oh my god!
You
please.
say that like it's a threat, like it's a bad
Oh my
thing,
God.
and like
Oh my
we
God.
The Prince is the DM.
Jason making a paladin.
Charity night, charity
Probably.
night, charity night, charity
We
stream.
want to do a charity night. We can
stream
do a charity night.
That's what we're doing, though. We're playing us playing Strahd. We're playing the Coterie playing Strahd. The
What if we
layers
play
of
the
this is what
coterie
my
playing
character would
Vampire
do.
the Masquerade 5th edition?
I
Yo,
found
dog, we
this-
heard you like your meta.
I need you
Yo,
to
you-
roll for a willpower check. I mean,
Have you guys seen this book? Someone just straight up ripped the Masquerade.
How is this book
Have you
not
heard of
a
the Straw
Masquerade
Guy?
breach?
How is this bad?
yeah, they spelled Toreador wrong. What the fuck? We don't even have Second Inquisition in our world. Anyways, so
What a world.
what a world!
I want to
The
go there,
camera-
please.
The camera pans down from the skyline to the roof. Nothing's on the roof. Don't worry, Jace. Through the building into the coterie. So we're gonna start upstairs. Jace, are you still up there? After you sip
whenever-
your Capri Sun?
Yeah, so I have my Capri Sun, and then my Halloween costume is in my room upstairs. Because my room
okay.
upstairs isn't just a kink gun room, like Kitty's, so I don't have to go home.
Don't you shame me.
But, okay.
This house.
And so then he got ready and then headed downstairs.
What does Jace look like?
So Jace is I was really debating what I wanted him to dress up as. And just so you know, I was this close to doing something from Harry Potter. I'm glad I didn't, because I don't want to match with Mom.
I'm
So
now really
instead-
sad you didn't. I'm so sad, Matthew.
I
Baby
know, I
Draco,
know.
baby Draco.
Absolutely not. He's
Has to
terrible.
dress-
So he has he has a half like a half crown that is golden, basically like golden spray painted, like a wreath.
Laurels?
That is, thank you. I couldn't think of the word. He has golden spray painted laurels, and then he is wearing a mesh purple tank top with like a fishnet purple tank top and faux leather pants and boots.
Okay.
And he is coming carrying a goblet downstairs.
Did you just take all of my Halloween costumes? Oh my god.
And that's what he's wearing whenever he comes downstairs, whenever the party starts. And he will. Is it gonna have blood in it? No, I don't think so. I don't think he wants to be that close to
The
breaching
minute
that.
he starts walking downstairs, Jem puts on "Kiss Me." That's Sixpence on the Richer.
Kiss me
So you have your "She's All That" moment.
underneath the bloody twilight.
Perfect. And then he'll go to the bar to say hello to people. And then I think he's gonna just kind of sit near the bar for a little bit until the party kind of picks up and he sees if the coterie is doing anything, and then realizes that they're all paired off.
No.
And he is-
Siren is not paired off. She's stressed out by the Blues Brothers. So
She's third
I'm
wheeling.
aware.
No.
I'm aware, but also she has Vegas all the time, and it is becoming increasingly obvious that it is Siren and Vegas, Jem and Id, and Kitty and Duncan, and then Jace. So he's gonna sit at the bar for a little bit and see what everybody else is up to.
Nice. Very quickly, as almost on cue now that Jace is downstairs. And it's not, but it as soon as Jace actually sits at the bar, just want to see if chat can get it.
what is
The
the
front-
prince dressed like?
The front door.
Oh no.
Just gonna go for it. The front door of the bar is kicked open very loudly, very quickly, and in walks a man. He's dressed in a full red suit, like a. He looks like he's wearing a tuxedo underneath, but like a red trench coat overcoat. He's wearing reflective, like for lack of a better word, like serial killer glasses that are reflective. And then a large red hat.
Oh. Okay.
And then next to him, like comes around a little. You would think it's like a little girl, but it's obviously an adult woman, just short, in like a military-esque uniform, and she's carrying. It looks like she's carrying a fucking bazooka. And on the side of the bazooka says "Bitches love cannons."
This is some anime. I don't know what it is.
It is some anime. Which is funny to me. But you quickly realize it's the prince. He waves very charismatically. Like, people are like, what the fuck? This is obviously costumes, but it's fucking weird. And yes, it's Helsing.
Oh my
It's
god.
Helsing? Okay.
It's Alucard from Helsing. Bitches love cannons.
Alucard.
And Lucy is dressed as Sarah's Victoria, which is little gun girl. Is the best way that I can explain it. Like a little military gun girl.
Yeah, but what's she dressed as?
Very much so.
Honestly.
Always watch.
We know,
the-
Lucy, that cannon is in fact functional.
That's functional.
was
It
based off
is
of her.
functional. It is a functional bazooka. We hope she doesn't have to use it, but all of us know. Oh.
We all
Keep an eye
think
on
with
her
them
tonight.
And the prince walks. He walks directly to the large group of people around Yo-Yo, because for where he's standing, like that's the quickest line to you, and you don't. The people look at him and you see like a couple looks like what he's wearing, because it's like this dark red, like blood red costume for the most part. But he's very visibly wearing large pistols tucked, like V-tucked into his pants. And they look real, but they're big. Like they're too big to be real. All right, his costume. But he just kind of like puts his hand out, and everybody kind of parts away from where he is going to obviously keep walking. And he goes, "Jem, hi. So what's on the menu tonight?" And he looks to the crowd and not the bar.
While he's on his way, because she's with Id,
Yeah.
she's going to like tiptoe and give him a hug real quick and be like, okay, first of all, please don't ever kick open the doors to my bar. I don't care what you're wearing. Second of all, you should know that apparently Lucy felt as fuck the other night, and she's going to, hey, didn't love that entrance, but can I ask you a question?
Yeah, of course. What can I do for you? And you see like two obvious fangs.
Oh, great. And she just looks at Lucy.
Lucy is now holding her bazooka like this. Like it's kind of like at an angle. She's kind of holding it.
You know
Yeah, what's up?
in Mean Girls where she's like, where I came from, everybody used Halloween as an excuse, as to be scary, but here they use it as an excuse to be slutty. I feel like all the rest of us are like, we're just still trying to not breach masquerade, and all the old school vamps are like, I get to show my real face and my real fangs, motherfucker, and we're like, oh, we missed the memo. Fuck.
No one told us about the Halloween clause.
No, I was not aware. Like,
Also,
Listen, we
Kitty
got-
just had
To
his-
be fair, no, I take that back. It only told.
yeah,
Gem
none
that.
of us have seen
Yeah.
her since this started.
Yeah.
We've been busy,
Yep.
Sway.
You're right. You're right.
Kitty sees the prince walk in and goes, "The prince watches fucking anime?" And then looks at Duncan and says, "I don't watch anime."
Oh, it's actually really good. So
Okay,
she's
cool. Okay, good.
He just kind of like tries to.
Let them have their special interest info dumps. It's cute.
Duncan is such a dork. I love him. By the
He's
way,
gamer, but Duncan is the nerd.
is a nerd. If anyone was wondering, there is an open carry law in New Orleans
I
far as
wasn't,
guns go.
but I'm glad I know now.
Kitty does know.
for
It is
guns.
If that's a real license and it's legal, she's got like a class. I think class
And
3,
you
class 4.
don't even have to have a permit for the gun. You can just.
Yeah,
New Orleans is a lawless place.
Welcome to
yeah.
the South. Guns got more rights than the ladies do. Hey. And
I will
that's
shut
on
this
factual.
whole show down. I will turn this whole channel around, sir.
No, we don't shut down. We go vote. Isn't that right?
Right.
Yeah, it
That's right.
is.
Yeah, so that envelope you gave me I guess yesterday.
Yeah, the pictures. You look at them. Like tell me
That's what was
shifted.
supposed to be in there.
Yeah,
Said it was contracts.
there was the paperwork from the Hard Rock. I
That's
didn't
not in
explain
there.
myself well. Okay,
Oh,
so got that from the Hard Rock.
like from security there?
Yeah,
From Oliver?
I don't know who Oliver. No, no, I got it from Rebecca Chase through the Hard Rock.
Okay. And we think that's
Somebody new in town?
or old.
Hopefully not too old.
And
Lucy
like,
goes, I've got a bazooka. He can be as old as he wants to.
do you have a bazooka?
She,
That's so
they,
funny.
whoever it is.
And
That's
Well,
so fun.
And she kind of moves her hand. Bitches love cannons.
They do. By the way, congratulations.
Thank you. I want to shoot this so bad.
You can't.
Well, I'm not going to shoot you in your bar.
You say that and just looks at the prince. But someone decided to, I don't know, cowboy kick open my front door.
Is that bad? I didn't break the. And he looks at the. Oh, no, it's fine. Fine. He's
I'm
like
so
very
glad
not
you're
getting
here.
why like this is wrong. Like his character thinks it's fine. Why would he care? Very not getting why
I'm so glad you're here.
his character thinks
It's
it's
so good to see you.
No, the pictures are. It's the contracts. That's going to come. But like this is changing of the guard.
I thought someone snuck into my office and removed them.
No, I was just letting you know that those things are here.
Oh,
You with y'all, you and you and you. Yeah, I see you. And he's looking at he looks over at Kitty. Y'all's job.
right. Okay.
I don't have Victor right now, so it's very much like I'm letting you know the weird things. If you could let me know if you hear anything or see anything about it, I will go kill him. Lucy, want to go kill somebody? Do I get to shoot my bazooka at him? Not in
Jem's
the
just
fucking
gonna
street.
Jem's gonna slow pan look over to Siren when you know about the weird things. And yeah, he said that he sent Victor away on a mission. Victor's taking
Victor
care of
is taking care of things that he has
we aren't allowed
discussed
to
with
know
you.
where.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Thank you. I just couldn't remember.
Yeah, no.
It's okay. Cody occasionally asks too. He's like, if someone's out, does Victor need to pop up? I'm like, Victor's on a mission. He goes
Whenever
there, and I'm like, I
Victor
don't know.
wants to show up, Victor can show up whenever he wants. But yeah, the prince was giving you that as a very
Okay.
poorly worded and very prince-like way of saying this is some weird shit in our city.
That's fine. Okay,
Yeah.
just making sure
Yeah.
someone didn't. Okay, cool. Well, she'll pour them 2 drinks really fast and put them in front of them. Yeah, welcome to La Save. You guys stay safe and have a good time.
No, let's go upstairs. And he starts walking upstairs.
Fuck. Okay.
And Lucy's just standing there like, I'm here for a party. And she just kind of like pouts and walks away.
Same.
Okay, Addison 2.0.
Just want a party.
Can
Wanna
please let me go?
party?
Please, let's go to the party, please, please, please.
I'm gonna
She
go
walks-
over. Go ahead.
She, as Lucy walks away, she looks to Yo-Yo and she goes, "Can you hold this?" And like gives Yo-Yo the very military-esque looking bazooka. And she's like, "Here, let me slip down this. There you go." And Yo-Yo is strong, but like there's a weight there that Lucy was just like, "Can you hold this?" And she's like, "Yeah, sure." Like PVC pipe. Whoa, that's a little heavier than I thought it was.
It's a real bazooka, isn't it?
It's a real bazooka.
course it is.
It's Lucy. She probably has like 10 of them.
Yeah. This is her going out bazooka.
I only have 2.
Lucy's goals. What can I say?
And she turns to follow the prince up the stairs.
I'm gonna go hug Yo-Yo and put my head on, like, pointedly on her chest. Like, oh, I just want to stay. And then I'm gonna go over to Id and just give him a hug.
You hug her, or when you hug Id, both of them, as you're walking from her to Id, roll me a wits awareness.
I don't want to. I don't think it's polite for you to ask. Oh, 5.
You experience kind of like floaters in your eye.
Okay.
Like something catches your eye and you look and it just kind of keeps shifting further. You don't ever get a good look. But it's a light blue spectral person.
I'm gonna turn on Sense the Unseen.
By the time you go to actually look, it's
He's
just
gone?
no longer in your vision.
Aww. I'm
But
going
you don't
to...
see Lou.
I don't see
with
Lou.
your
Okay.
vision, yeah.
I'm gonna, before I get to Id, kind of feeling that, I'm gonna, because she's blushed. Like, she's just, that's a thing. She's gonna do Lou's shot, put it down, pour a new one. And when she does, she'll be like, hey, if you get a chance later tonight, let's do a shot together. Okay, bye. And then she's gonna go hug Id. Say, I'm sorry, I have to go.
You want me to go with you?
Oh boy, I really do.
Let's go. And he like goes to like take you an arm.
Okay. Can I do an insight check on him?
On Duncan?
Not Duncan, Id.
Sorry, Id. Sorry, there's too many nods here.
Like,
Yeah, go ahead. There's 2.
no, it's just whatever you say. I need
There's
to be
2 very similar lizard face. Well,
very
it's
clear to
he's
Kitty. I'm not
doing
going.
John Travolta. Yeah.
Insight.
Kitty and Jim are gonna end up fighting. It's Sway's fault.
Yeah.
Um,
You
Can I
fucked my
do-
boyfriend. No, she didn't. That didn't happen. You said it
Um,
happened.
so I do insight. What?
Inside awareness.
No, like there's an actual insight.
Oh, to read him. Do charisma insights.
Okay, so 4.
Okay. What are you trying to gauge? Like,
He's awful excited to go sit in the war room.
so you get the impression that he saw that you did not want to do this and he is just going to be supportive and go with you if that's what you wanted.
Okay.
To be like moral support.
Okay. I know this man's gonna break my heart. It's gonna happen. It's just okay.
At least people will be sad when he breaks your heart. When Vegas and Siren have to murder each other, everyone's gonna cheer because they don't like him.
No, not Travolta.
So that's not true. We
Not
will
Travolta.
support Siren is really what it is.
Yeah.
We will simply be on Siren's side.
So Siren, you see where Jace you already know is upstairs. You see the prince and then Lucy like begrudgingly following him, and then Jem and Id walking arm in arm, and you kind of look at her and she looks kind of confused at why they're all going up together. It's just you and Kitty and Duncan downstairs and Eddie and Vegas. Bacotery wise, you and Kitty.
Kitty's gonna turn on her sense of the beast, see if there's anyone stronger than the prince in this room, Prince of Vegas.
Ooh. Can you read to me what Sense the Beast does again, please?
Oh no, we're looking for specifics.
Got a room full of kindred. I want to, because I believe you can tell generation, right?
I'm looking now. Give me 1 second. So the vampire can sense the other beast within vampires, mortals, or supernatural creatures. So I can sense the beast inside them. So
But yes, because when Victor used it on us, he could tell how old we were.
Yeah, he could tell that your beast wasn't as strong as his.
Mhm.
Damn it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay,
Did we
it's
just
okay.
ruin something for you?
I just there's somebody here that I didn't. There's two people here. Kitty,
Yeah.
what is your experience with other supernatural creatures in Vampire the
No.
Masquerade?
The absolute shit are you doing?
The Sabat deals with other creatures mostly because they want to like get powers from them. So I would say I've probably seen and fought werewolves before.
Okay.
Werewolves, and you can decide in the Fae exists in the World of Darkness world. You can decide if that's ever been a thing.
I mean,
that's
I would say
rarer.
yes. It's a thing. You don't get a Fey presence here. You do. You do. You do. There's a familiar bestial presence here that is the antithesis
Ooh.
to yours.
Ooh.
There is also, and you get a general direction of where these things are. Outside, there's true faith outside the bar. You can't really tell where outside, but it's not inside. But you get there's like a wash of that emotion outside.
So
Are
there's
all my boyfriends here?
werewolf inside the bar. True faith outside the
there is
bar.
a werewolf inside the bar.
Can
What the
Can I
fuck?
find it? Can I pinpoint who it is?
You could go around and try to sniff it out.
Oh, I
but
will.
there's not
100%.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a give me
I have
wits
no
awareness to see if you can get a general feel for where it might be at, and then we'll go on from there.
7 successes.
Sway's face as you throw
I can
a
show
bomb.
me
I was
that
not expecting
werewolf!
7 successes.
Let me just.
I'm so happy.
There you go.
So happy
There-
right now.
There is a guy that is hanging out with like it's a mixed group of friends, right? And you see this very large, like from behind, very, very large linebacker looking dude. And you start to think that's him, and he shifts.
Uh-huh.
And there is this scrawny, nerdy looking guy dressed as Napoleon Dynamite. And you're like, that's it? That's it. That's the werewolf.
Yeah.
That's the werewolf.
I don't care what he looks like in this form. The other form could kill 5 of us. I'm not stupid.
7 successes. I was like, all right, we'll kind of like weed it out. And you're like 7 successes. Like, no, that's freaking right there. I can't argue with 7 successes.
He's wearing a
Can't
shirt
argue with
that
a nat
says,
20.
"Ask me about my werewolf persona."
About my werewolf.
Persona.
Yeah.
I
he's a
kicked
furry.
myself the minute I didn't say it, and I was gonna move past it. Fuck.
Sorry, I'm
I
sorry.
was gonna have him dressed up as like Doom, like the Doom guy, Doom. But I was like, no, I need to see his face. Like, this is not stereotypical. I'm a werewolf.
The one night a year he could be anything, and he's like, I will be Napoleon Dynamite.
Napoleon Dynamite. Yeah. No.
Fox that is not gonna risk going outside currently. And she goes straight upstairs. Duncan and Tope.
So
She pause, looks
Yes.
at Siren, looks upstairs, backs at Siren, and goes upstairs.
Well, that was exceptionally pointed. You boys gonna be okay down here?
that's fair.
She says to
Um,
Vegas and Eddie.
Vegas looks at you and goes, "This is as good a time as any." And he starts walking upstairs.
Fuck.
It's
You're
a party. Let's all go.
God damn it, you're right.
Party.
So, Kitty, when you look at Napoleon,
Yeah.
um,
Does he look back?
he makes eye contact with you,
Mhm.
and then just he looks back to his friends, and you don't get a vibe from them at all. And then just kind of like looks back to you, and looks back to their friends, like just kind of like watching you to see if you're gonna do anything. And then when you walk upstairs, like even if you took like another like side look down, he's not looking at you.
Yeah, because he knows he can kick my ass. He's aware. I'm aware. We both know.
They don't know. We know. They know. We know.
They know that you know that they know you ain't got shit.
He knows he can kill me. I know he can kill me. We're just gonna keep it at that. We're gonna keep a very nice little eye on him.
We have a bazooka.
That might be
Listen,
enough to
It
give him
might,
a nap.
maybe.
Yep.
God, I hate this.
Exactly.
I hate this so much.
Welcome to the world of darkness, where everything is dark, and the vampires are not the darkest in the
The
not the
werewolf
darkest in the
God,
city.
no.
vampires are at the
Are the
bottom
weakest
of the
bitches.
Yeah.
supernatural totem pole.
Yeah, vampires are bitches.
So I would just like to suggest casually that we all start looking into that whole Diablerie option, because it seems to strengthen and even the playing field. If now we're dealing with all kinds of other shit.
So we all feed from Vegas right now. Let's go.
Listen, back that fucker up for a minute, okay? No, incorrect. That is an
We're
isolated
workshopping
feeding pool.
options.
Like,
But back to your question,
no
Kitty.
bad ideas in brainstorming.
You don't. Has anybody let it slip to Kitty that there might be a ghost in the bar?
Yeah.
I don't know there's a ghost in the bar.
I
Yeah.
think I've seen him pet my cat.
I've talked to her about my best friend Lou.
Yeah, I
'cause
have no
you've
clue
definitely
he's
seen
there.
him. I think Siren is the only one that doesn't.
Yeah, Sarah has no fucking clue. She's never been involved in this conversation.
Dad doesn't
get,
know.
You get a general, like, throughout the bar presence of Wraith, of like this cold, soul-sucking darkness.
I love him.
There are a couple
It's a
kindred.
raid.
What?
a
He's
couple-
invisible.
You get a couple kindred. Iris is there. You get a little beast from Fred. Salem is not around. Little beast. There's a couple kindred here. The way they're dressed, like there might be another Nos here. Or like a Bruja, like just chilling in casual clothes. But there's only a couple kindred here. And it's less of an Elysium, but more like, hey, we know we can actually go
All of our problems.
if we want a human night and go to Lesav.
All of our problems are in one bar right now. And Kitty, the
No.
clock's the werewolf.
Your
Outside.
sire is nowhere to be found, and Addison is not here. So, like,
One of
I
the
was gonna say,
problems
I-
is outside
To
the
answer
bar.
the questions I think you are wanting to know, Addison is not here. At least you don't see anybody who looks like Addison, and you're not getting a vibe from people that are in costume, like
Not
facial
getting powerful
masks.
vampire who does blood transfusions. Cool.
Yeah. However, this may be the first time you've been near Lucy and Vegas and the Prince and used this.
Yeah. Who's the strongest? Who could kill the?
You don't know because they're already upstairs, but there's a few beasts, and one is probably one of the strongest sensations you felt. Depending on who you've met in your past, probably
Mhm.
one of the strongest.
With who?
It's good Siren, clearly.
Please feel good.
it's
Yeah.
just Siren's voice. The rest of her body is not in contact with this beast. It's a
10,000%
separate-
Lucy. Are we joking?
Lucy?
Oh my god.
Lucy's upstairs.
Oh, so it's Vegas?
No,
They're all upstairs. You're getting
Oh.
a residual
you're getting,
from downstairs.
You're getting it's up there. Kind of like how you
Oh,
did with the
I go upstairs.
the Hard
It's
Rock.
still on. Like I'm not turning this off while the werewolf's in the bar.
At this point, they're all at the table. You would
Yeah.
have to get really close to be able to pinpoint who this is.
Can
Would you like to
I
do
get
so?
up, move real quick?
But this is the
I'm gonna go
episode
there.
now. The episode is nailing down threats so that for
You know, I
next
brought
time
up a
we're ready.
PKE meter.
It's just Kitty
PKE
smelling
meter at the
people.
beginning of the episode. Nobody got it was a PKE meter from Ghostbusters.
Yes,
Like,
how
Kitty
you were
is
egoning.
Okay.
Yeah.
You were full on egoning. Are you joking?
I was like, and then
Yeah.
Kitty is going to be like parting the seas, like, no, not you.
You stand in the corner. Assess.
No,
assess,
okay.
assess. Nope. Okay, come back. Now you
are you
go
going
in
to
the
try
corner.
it? Are you going to try
I
to?
go to the table, and I'm assuming I sit at the table. I'm assuming I get this close.
The prince is ungodly strong. It's not Lucy.
Right.
Sorry to disappoint. The prince is
Oh, that's worse.
probably
Because
the
remember, we don't know
strongest
how
I've ever felt.
we don't know how he exists or why. Remember, so there's
No,
still
because
a
he was
piece
supposed to be
missing.
a Ventru.
Yeah, there's still a piece missing from his story. Oh my god!
A singular
he
piece?
Diablerized somebody.
I just put that fucking. He was. Oh no!
First of
someone
all,
else.
That
He
was-
killed all the other Malkavians. That is
First
my
of all,
headcanon.
Since
my
I brought
father
that
is
up, now you
perfect
think
and never
everybody
did
is somebody
anything
else.
wrong.
That's
No,
why
because
he.
you've
That's why
told
his.
us he was supposed to be a Ventru.
That's why he's trying to figure out who he is because he doesn't know. Is
No,
because
it's 'cause
he has
he's
multiple
true.
minds.
We get crazy. That's all. He was a
No.
Ventru ghoul.
But what if
That's
he's
all
not?
you know about it.
Is my thought process.
Oh, he's
what if
definitely
he
Kindred
is?
now. He's not a ghoul.
No, I know. I
Just
just.
the most important question.
Yeah, well,
Who's
you're
stronger, Lucy or Vegas?
Lucy is stronger than Vegas.
Fuck yeah, that's all I care about.
Lucy
The
is
prince
like-
can be strong. He's the prince.
but like
But,
you're
like-
Eddie was a whatever the fuck you are, daughter of Cacophony ghoul, and now he's Zamichi.
But he wasn't turned a normal way, and the history we heard from him was that he was turned and was supposed to be Ventru, and that something happened. So I'm wondering if whatever happened.
Yeah, some weird ass Malkavian came and sniped him.
No. So the history that was given to you all was that you don't know that they didn't know how everything shook down, but he was in the Ventru's pocket as a ghoul and was playing the long game to be Ventru. That he understood that he had a purpose and a role in this world, and it was eventually to become a Ventru kindred. Then something happened. And
He does
I think
look
it
like
was
a-
Hancock that alluded to it, but it may have been something else that the Malkavians stole
Yeah,
the Ventru's shiny little cracked toy.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Either way,
Alright,
cool.
cool.
He's
Let's go.
perfect, and he's
Yeah.
never done anything wrong.
Everything's wrong. Kitty sits at the table, and she turns off her eyes after discerning that information.
Actually, I need to check one. You go ahead. Go ahead. You're do your thing.
She now carries paper on her in her little purse because she's been writing a lot of notes lately. Jace is rubbing off on her.
I'm so proud.
She's just
She was
memento
Don't let
tattooing.
Lucy see. Don't let Lucy see the paper. She'll burn it.
She puts down a piece of paper, makes a square that's like the bar, circles over here and says, werewolf. Circles outside, says true faith. Circles the entire bar, other.
Question mark?
Can we
The
just get like
prince-
a color code system?
What do you mean, fucking werewolves?
There's a werewolf in the bar right
What?
Of course.
Vegas,
dressed
there
go.
is.
fully
Let's go.
private.
Lucy, come on.
now. No, he's just drinking right now. If
No,
we-
Dad?
no.
Dad?
And he's not listening. He's
Oh,
not.
it's
And
me.
Vegas looks like, oh shit. Like the first
kill
time that you have seen Vegas scared is right now. Lucy, as she's walking, she got my fucking bazooka, and goes downstairs. And Lucy goes, "Can you tell me what he's wearing at least?"
It's Napoleon Dynamite outfit.
And
I'm
she
gonna-
turns around like down the stairs.
I'm gonna run and get in front of Dad.
Do you have speed boots?
Is he? Whoa! Is
He's
he?
not zooming, but like he's barely like he's not giving a fuck about the masquerade upstairs. He will worry about the masquerade when he's in view of Kine, and he is just as fast as he can go.
I don't, but I'm gonna try to
No.
get to him by the time he gets to the bottom of the stairs.
You can't. You can get in front of Vegas, and you can get in front of
I won't.
Lucy.
I don't need to stop Vegas. I'm still gonna try to get. Then
He
when he
goes,
gets
I'm
in-
just trying to see what he fucking looks like.
No, oh, please don't.
And he like he's not going down there.
Okay.
He makes a point of just trying to like get where he can see the bar. And he looks, and Lucy goes, he looks like Napoleon Dynamite. And he kind of like pushes Lucy, like kind of like guides Lucy around him. She goes, "Wow." She looks. She's looking. The prince goes down the stairs, and Lucy like zips around him real quick. And you guys can hear this because you're kindred. Yo,
Yeah.
give me the bazooka. I gotta you wear it for the costume. Okay, whatever. Bitches love cannons.
Upstairs, Siren she's looking at anyone who's still up here and goes, okay, I know I had a lot of really specific homework for the major that I picked apparently, but what the fuck? Why is this a problem? Are they not just other versions of us?
No, God, no.
They could kill all of us.
Because I'm justifying this as the voice thing was such a specific homework that like she and Vegas never talked about shit outside of what they needed to for the daughter's study. So like regularly I am the audience's eye of, hey guys, why is this a problem? I don't know. Why is this a problem? Are they not just more of can they not just do what you do? And she points at Kitty. Is that not just like a specific flavor that they are?
First of all, racist. Second of all,
No, just animal.
This is very clanist, okay? This is very clanist.
Listen, bitch.
second of all, no, a werewolf can kill like 10 of us if they want to in immediate vicinity. They're much stronger than us. Third of all, there's a vampire stuck under the hard rock.
Okay, that has suddenly taken precedent.
Okay.
Stuck?
At this point, the
I tell you
prince is
this
walking
earlier,
by.
but you were very focused on Eddie and wouldn't listen to me when I was trying to talk. So I'm telling you now, which is valid. That's a whole problem. Sorry.
And Eddie goes,
here.
I mean, I was a bit of a problem.
Yeah, I stand by that. And she
The prince
looks at
goes
him.
back.
No, I'm not
So
mad at
Napoleon's
you. But I have to tell you this.
Napoleon's not there. So
I'll
yay.
turn on Eyes of the Beast again. Is it gone?
If you're gonna go downstairs and look, I need another wits awareness
Yeah.
from you. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me another wits awareness. What'd you get?
Another 7 success. I'll roll again because I
No,
She
I
is
just
the
don't. What are your
beast.
points? What are your points in? Like,
This-
how many
I
points?
have
4
5.
and 3, all of them.
I got 5. I have 5.
Okay.
I have 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1.
Yeah. He is not there, and some of the kindred have left the bar.
Interesting. I'm not gonna worry about that. And I turn my eyes off like he is not here anymore, so he's not a problem.
I'm wondering if other
Yeah, I didn't-
people also did the same thing, and then they kind of sussed each other out and went, not today. Like,
You know that like socially it's not taboo, but it doesn't happen very often that people are walking around with sense of the unseen. Even those that possess it, like they're just trying to do their nightly thing and they don't really worry. They just assume that they're at the top of the food chain and they're not really worried about. And it's kind of like when you're in these spaces and especially Elysium, there's a no powers rule. But since the unseen and since the beast are probably the ones that get used the most in front of other kindred because you can't tell. But you think it's probably more the prince showed up and they were like, "Well, I'm out."
Okay.
But yeah, the werewolf is gone.
Well, that's
So-
good, right?
They scare the shit out of me. The issue is, and it's the charisma that he had earlier is gone. The different tribes, whichever one that you are talking about, could destroy the bar very quickly. It would be quicker for them to destroy us inside the bar. So there's that. And Lucy pulls out her phone and kind of scrolls a little bit and then hands it to the prince. And then you hear a very popular sitcom like theme start playing. He goes, "Yeah, so we can worry about that another day." And he kind of goes back to watching his phone. And he hands it back to Lucy. So here to talk to you guys about some other stuff, but Hard Rock, the photos. What were
Yeah.
you talking about? And he looks to Kitty.
Are they still downstairs?
No, they've come back up now that the werewolf
Ah.
isn't there. They've started to walk
Understood.
back up. Like as you guys were talking, they were just looking, and then are like, okay, he's not there anymore. We're good.
Understood. Got it.
I was saying that to Siren, and I didn't think they heard me.
Oh, if you were saying it quiet enough.
Yeah,
to,
I was saying
okay,
it quietly
that's fair.
to Siren and Jace. Well, everyone who's up here. If
Yeah.
Jim was still up here, just Jim ran off to go.
Yeah.
So it's just Siren and Jace that heard that.
Yeah. The only one that didn't run off was Eddie. Vegas went to go back up the Prince and Lucy.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
Eddie was
Did
hurting. Eddie's right here.
Id stay?
It took a couple steps towards where you guys were, and then once the action stopped, he just kind of walked up to you guys. So it's unlikely that even it heard. The issue is that did you bring Duncan up?
Oh yeah, I did.
Then Duncan heard that there is something in the Hard Rock.
Yep. I haven't seen Duncan since then, so I haven't been able to tell.
It's fine. So the prince goes, so one thing at a time. That's okay. It's not okay. We'll deal with that later. The big news is that we have La Sombra in the city. So we have the Thin Bloods. Victor's dealing with that. It's fine. We have we had La Sombra here before, and he looks at Jace. These are recent enough to be a new La Sombra, so that's going to be great to deal with. And he goes to like adjust the tie around his neck, and he goes, things are getting crowded, and we need to deal with some things in the city. So we have the Second Inquisition, not shit we can do with those. We have the Thin Bloods, they're fine. I said they can stay. Then we have, and he looks at Eddie, whatever the fuck you are, who are you and why are you in my face? And Eddie's just very shocked, just like standing here. He goes,
At which point Siren self-inserts. With all of the decorum that years of being a debutante have taught her of how to address a superior, she has no snark right now. You could forget that she's just all skin and black leotard, because she is holding herself as properly as it's that moment where you suddenly remember, oh, she's an Upper East Side bitch. Oh, right, we're not used to this. But she is calm, polite, put together, back straight. Pardon me, sir, I was trying to do a proper introduction and things got a little out of hand. If you'll allow me to introduce Eddie, you might recognize him from his time around the town when he was but a Kine and my ghoul. Some things have gotten a little out of hand, and unfortunately, due to unforeseen, uncontrollable circumstances, he finds himself in this situation. We'd love to discuss with you. At your leisure, of course.
and he looks at you and he smiles and Vegas, is this a her issue or is it a you issue? Vegas goes, it's a city issue, Prince. Oh, it's Prince now. Okay. Well, let's all have a seats. Eddie, nice to meet you. Who bit you? And he's like guiding Eddie. Like he shook his hand and is just kind of guiding Eddie to the VIP table.
I have a
I don't-
question.
Yes.
As Vegas and Siren would have discussed this.
Yes.
We telling him the whole truth? Like if they're coming to present him to the prince, they would have discussed this beforehand.
Vegas is going to recommend to you
Yeah,
to tell everything.
good. Then
But his attention is on Eddie at the moment.
Yeah.
And he goes, so Prince, I understand that, and his figure is kind of not his figure. Sorry, I got to be really careful with Zamichi.
yes.
His
yes.
tone of
Demeanor.
voice has changed. He goes, I understand that you are Jem's sire as well as Prince of the City. He goes, oh, so you know my progeny, you know my daughter. That's who sired you. Prince, I believe that mechanically, I don't. And Prince kind of like looks at him like, "Fuck are you talking about?" And he goes, "It was a lot of blood transfusions under duress against my will. Didn't choose this. I was working for her. It was great. And then snatched."
As I mentioned, sir, I do take responsibility for him as he was my ghoul at the time. But like I said, this was not a thing that he chose, nor is it a normal circumstance.
You take responsibility for this.
He was my ghoul. And I did what I thought I needed to and sent him to do some research. And he was taken before he could get to it. I was not checking in with him often enough to be aware that he was missing. Perhaps I could have intervened sooner if I'd known. But I let it slip my mind. I trusted him to do what he needed to do. I did not stop to think for a moment that I should perhaps keep a closer tab on him. So, I do take responsibility, as I was sloppy.
A few times to this, Vegas has went to God. Because even though he could still potentially like compel you to stop talking.
You just said tell the whole truth.
What I'm saying is even though Vegas did tell you that the whole truth would be discussed, there was a few times where he wanted to like stop the conversation but let you speak. And the prince goes, "I understand." Vegas, does she take responsibility for this? Prince, what she is taking responsibility for is this individual prior to him being kindred. So she's not responsible for what happened.
No.
Lucy's standing behind Eddie, who's now sitting across from the prince. And Vegas is sitting to the right of the prince, kind of scooted in the seat. And Siren is standing sitting wherever Siren would like to stand or sit.
She is standing.
But Lucy is directly behind Eddie, and she kind of places her hands on his shoulders. "I would listen. Answer the questions. Tell him everything you know." And he takes a breath. "Okay, I was working for her. We're doing some investigation. I was trying to keep her..." And he looks to you. "I was trying to help her out with an investigation on keeping her safe." And you, Siren, you get the impression that is not where that sentence was about to go. Some of the duality of his job of keeping your parents away as well. Yeah, as I was trying to keep her safe, and was investigating the church. Prince looks at you, the Second Inquisition. Okay. He goes, "Yes, Prince." And then I was knocked unconscious, and when I awoke, I got a glimpse of who I now know is Addison Claiborne, the former friend of Coterie, former hangout partner. And he takes another like deep breath, like he's very like, "Oh no." And he goes, and then I was repeatedly beaten until I was unconscious again. And then I awoke, and every time I opened my eyes, it was a blinding light, and it was painful. And then they got me out of the Hard Rock. The Hard Rock? Yes, Prince. And he looks to you guys. "So what is it with this fucking building? What are the Ventrue doing there?"
You don't know, sir, but we waited to go get him until you gave us permission. We did not investigate anything else they were doing that I'm aware of.
You
To
said
be fair-
mechanically. Go ahead.
To be fair, I don't know if the Ventrue know what the Ventrue are doing in that building.
I mean,
This seems to be the same room was used last time there was an issue in the Hard Rock where we found a body that we thought to be Addison, and it seems to be used, and it was used for this as well. So it seems like it's somebody outside of the Ventrue,
So it may not be the Ventrue, it just may be Addison with a grudge.
or somebody that had connections to the Ventrue and used that. But I don't think it was the Ventrue specifically. I don't necessarily think that Rebecca Chase or those specifically involved in the Hard Rock are the cause of this.
Well, with you being Tremere, I doubt you're trying to cover up for the Ventrue.
God, no, especially not.
So if Addison Claiborne did it, that's awesome. Call Rebecca Chase. He's her fucking problem. Ventrue, take care of the Ventrue. I don't care what they. We have a loose progeny running around. Put him with his clan. Vegas goes, Prince, that's the issue. What? There's no issue. Rebecca Chase, 2 minutes from now, we'll be here. He's not Ventrue. Prince looks over. Mechanically? He goes, lots of blood transfusions, sir. Lucy kind of taps him on the shoulder. Just kind of like comfortingly tapping. He didn't even do it his fucking self. He just did, blood bag after blood bag to get him to be, okay. So, your sire sucks. Hold on. And he looks at Eddie. You're kindred. You're not thin blood. And he looks to you all. How did he looks at Vegas. Based off generation, any progeny of Rebecca Chase's should be low enough in generation to not be able to produce another kindred. So is Rebecca Chase a liar, or has Addison been drinking fucking kindred dry? He sees you nodding, and Vegas goes, respectfully, it could be either one of those. They believe that Addison has risen in generation and not Rebecca Chase being a higher generation.
What?
Respectfully, I don't think that whoever sired Eddie has been drinking other kindred. I know that whoever sired Eddie has been drinking other kindred.
Yeah,
Whether
Jen
or not
doesn't know
that's Addison, I'm not 100% sure because I haven't been able to verify from the person.
Well,
but I
it's
do
not-
know that whoever sired him has committed.
Diablery.
We also.
that he wouldn't do that.
I don't think we can rule out anything at this point. We also know there is an unspoken for kindred who was murdered in the Hard Rock when we thought it was Addison. As we have no idea whose body that was, there's a possibility that this blood was simply stolen from a previous victim, and therefore we may never know who his actual sire was.
And the prince looks to you, Jem, as you start to not defend Addison, but to
Pout. You could say pout.
posit other options. And he looks from you to Eddie. Eddie, was this done with your knowledge and consent? No, sir. I was more than happy with just being the errand. He looks at Vegas. Kind. Vegas has been teaching you in preparation for, I believe, this conversation, sir. Fair. What clan are you? Do you know?
I don't think we told him the word.
You haven't.
We know the word. He has no idea what this is.
The issue is the soundproofing.
Oh, shit. Fuck.
He goes,
Oh, fair.
it hasn't been discussed with me directly, Prince. They kept saying And Vegas goes, Zimichi, Prince. Believe he's Zimichi.
Well, then it couldn't be Addison.
He looks to you again, Jem. And says, but this was done against your will. Your no knowledge, no consent. He looks to you, Jem. The same could have been done to Addison.
Or again, someone could be using another person's blood. We've never known Addison to do his own dirty work.
You've...
If you're Zimichi, that puts me in an awkward position because, well, there's no other Zimichi in my city or most cities or most places that have a power structure. The Anarchs don't even want your kind for the most part because, well, you like to turn people into chairs. He goes, Prince, I'm not. I would never do that. Maybe not. But my clan is crazy, and their clan is pretty, and his clan likes to do magic spells in their basement in their cupboard rooms. Her clan likes to hang out with dogs. They're weird. The question is how much is blood-based, clan-based, and how much is personality? So my question to you is, why should I let you live? He goes, I don't want to die. Did that. Would really not like to do it again. There's got to be. And Vegas cuts him off. Prince, you took in the Thin Bloods. Respectfully, you've opened your doors to be a safe haven to all who can respect that. We're trying to build a better Camarilla. Chair, people, lamps, people, thrones of bodies, and he's the exception?
We need him.
And he looks to you, what do you need him for?
If... They're literally outside the door.
Do you want to use him against the Second Inquisition?
Why not?
How do you like being a... Oh, I can't say that word. How would you like to be a person who throws their existence away, now immortal existence away, to fight the church? Sir, I, again, respectfully, would not like to die.
I'm not trying to suggest he be cannon fodder, but...
He got very scared that you were like, he just gonna kill himself for us!
No, but... He has... If he's... We can't do what he can do.
Sir, if the Second Inquisition is already here, why would you throw away a tool we may have?
Yeah, Eddie's a giant tool.
Kitty
He goes and...
Oh, Kitty.
Go ahead.
I'll take responsibility for him. As much as I love to hang out with dogs, the Gangrel and the Tzimichi have very similar powers, very similar ways of thinking. I have spent time with Tzimichi. I also don't have the personal connection to him that Siren does, so if he fucks up, I will kill him. I can take responsibility for him.
Do you have history dealing with Zimichi?
I have been around them. I have seen what they can do.
Being a witness or a participant?
Witness.
Vegas goes, Prince, there's one other thing you have to know before we go further with this. And Vegas, while looking at the prince, places his hand on Lucy's hand, and with her hand guides his head to the left. And Lucy leans over and very quickly takes her hands off of Eddie. So, Eddie, you need to make me a very good case for why I would let a Sabbat branded individual walk around ever. Because they don't do that. That's a message.
Then he's just notebook paper.
Who wrote the message is the question.
If we get rid of him, we can't find out.
If we get rid of him, it may be them thinking you're answering the message. If they
You
know.
let me walk around.
He just kind of like stares at the ceiling for a second. Kitty, you'll take responsibility for this individual.
I will.
RQ takes responsibility for you. Are you going to insinuate that into RQ's domain?
I will discuss it with her and inform you the moment I know.
Vegas. We need to have another talk between me and your progeny. Vegas looks
Siren
very
didn't do
confused.
anything.
Not yet. Vegas looks very confused. Okay. That's what you need. I will also... No, you're not taking any part in this other than protecting your progeny that is now associated with this Sabat branded Zamichi. Do you believe, and he looks around to all of you, that we might have Sabat in the city?
Yes.
Because that looks like a good indicator.
At least one. I don't know how far it goes, but
And he kind of like leans over. He looks at Eddie. These are your new friends. Now, she said that she's going to take responsibility for you. And he looks to you, Kitty. I'm not going to put that on RQ. Whatever happens, your responsibility to deal with. I'm not going to sit here and threaten you. I'm not going to make any demands. He is welcome to stay in the city. But the first time, I believe that he might be associated or seen associating with anyone that is not Camarilla, that is not recognized in my city. He looks back to Eddie. I will kill you. I won't torture you. I won't draw it out. I will smash you like a bug. Eddie goes, Sir, that is the second time in as many hours as I've been called a bug. I'll do what needs to be done in the city. I just ask that I get the chance to rectify the situation that was done to me and, again, still protect them. What started all this? You're gonna... Never heard of Zamichi talk about protecting anything that wasn't their own. Okay. You issue aside, Eddie. What about Addison? Where are we standing with Addison? Do we know where he is? Do we know what he might be doing? Do we know if he didn't do this to Eddie? Why Eddie saw him who didn't know who he was before?
I'm gonna slip behind Id and pull out my phone and call Addison. I don't think he's gonna pick up, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Let's find out. Let's roll to see if he has his phone on. Odds and evens. Does not have his phone on.
Okay.
Go straight to voicemail. Either the phone is not on, it's not operational. Regardless, you can't get in touch with him.
She's going to text him.
Okay.
I need to see you.
Okay. The text has been sent.
no, sir, we don't know where he is yet because whenever we the very first lead that we had led us to Eddie, and so we haven't had much time to be able to find anything out past that. But as soon as we know something else, you will know something else. But everything that we've found out so far has just been guesses and conjectures at best. It's just assumptions that Addison is the one that turned him. We're not 100% sure.
He nods and he looks at the rest of you and just kind of looks around. So what do we know about the Hard Rock? It seems like all roads lead to the Hard Rock.
There's something underneath it. There's a very large power source underneath the Hard Rock where it collapsed.
Like an us power source?
Yes,
And how do you know?
I saw it.
What does it look like? How is it a majority? Is it a lot of kindred?
It's either a one very strong kindred or a mass of them trapped under there and they're
Because
hungry.
so you saw it. You didn't. Okay.
At this point, because that was a thing Pixie had the idea of, but Siren didn't know until just now. Because he asked what was happening at the Hard Rock, and we went and rescued Alexi there and all these things.
Yeah.
She quietly says, I know everything is in the city right now. Everything and everyone, apparently. And the last time that the Lasombra were here, they were searching for something very specific. Is it at all possible?
He opens his mouth of like. He looks at Vegas, looks at Lucy. No.
Are you sure? The odds do not seem to be in our favor right now as far as coincidence goes. So are you sure?
You're talking biblical coincidence.
We are
That's-
vampires. The
We're
Second
talking
Inquisition
about-
is here. Werewolves were here tonight. Ghosts are. There's everything happening at once in this fucking city.
We're
and that's
not
what we're
even
ruling out?
we're not even talking about biblical coincidence. We're talking about biblically aged kindred.
One who would be really, really strong, and people keep gravitating toward that fucking hotel, including the
Really,
people who were looking
really
for it.
hungry.
If the Second Inquisition is always here, it's fucking New Orleans.
But I'm talking about the Lasombra.
I know, but I can't imagine that there's a world that the Second Inquisition is here all the time and they have not found that. Right?
Unless.
You don't. Go ahead. Give me your ideas.
You ever see those movies where they use one big monster to hunt all the other monsters? There's a very good possibility that they know it's here, but it's not their primary objective. It's just one thing. If they don't know where the rest of us are, why would they deal with it?
If a kindred that old was here, he could convince the entire church that he was a god. I don't think they know he's here. They would seek out, they would consider him antithesis to their entire belief structure, against their faith, against their scriptures, the many forms that they've been. They would destroy him like with the glee of destroying Satan or the devil yourself. The
only way we'll know is if we get down there.
I don't want you all anywhere near that. One wrong move and it wakes up. You're consumed. There's no better word. You will be consumed. There's no pleading or begging. You're another food source. They can't. He stops himself. There's conjecture on whether or not they exist. First off, we need to say that.
Mm-hmm.
There are many clans many belief structures that don't believe they exist or don't believe they exist anymore. He looks to Sabat, or to Eddie. The Sabat.
That's the
He looks to the Sabat. You know, the two in the room. And he looks at Eddie and he goes, some of the Sabat want to find them to bring about the end of the world. But this, he points at Eddie, this isn't how they operate. Unless he's got a ton of C4 inside of him.
We already checked.
Also,
I appreciate that. Thank you.
all eternity be alive, and they're not allowed to adapt their methods every now and then. You did. We're here. We're proof of that. She's proof of that. She points at Jem.
What?
We know from vampire history the way that this coterie exists, and a Malkavian prince and a Malkavian progeny. Like this, we're adapting as kindred already. Maybe they're adapting too.
You know how the kind worry about variety of terrorist groups because they adhere to the same things. Just want to. The Sabat don't change. They may change their ways, but they don't change their belief structure. That's a faith to many of them. They're not going to just give that up. I see what you're saying, though.
Unless the bishop told him to change it.
And he looks at you. He looks back to the coterie. Find what you can about Addison. Leave the werewolves alone. Please don't investigate that. Don't.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Church.
0 arguments, Your Honor.
Looks at Jace, absolutely not.
Jace now wants a wolf buddy. He wants a little wolf boyfriend.
I get a ghost. He gets a werewolf. It's
Yeah.
totally
Listen,
even.
Push
No,
buttons.
I'm uninterested until it's a mage. And then
Absolutely
even
fair.
the highest on the pecking order is where
No.
Jace wants
Top
to
of the
go.
totem
No
pole or
technocracy.
nothing.
We're not doing technocracy bullshit. They don't exist. It's fine. So, order of operations from highest priority to lowest priority. Monitoring the city for any new and arriving threats. Top priority. That's just keeping your eyes open. That's all I'm going to ask.
I'm gonna need another bird.
As many as you like.
Oh no. All the birds are fake. They're just kitties. That's
Yeah,
their
there's no
the
birds
whole
left.
city.
Once a month, she just opens her arms and they all drink
And
from her.
Archie's birds. There's
Yeah.
only 2 birds in
This
New
is
Orleans.
this is the future
She's
liberals
got a
want,
lot.
and I
Yeah,
will
it's-
accept nothing else.
The
It's
birds
the
don't
whole,
work for
like-
the bourgeoisie.
Yeah,
Birds work for
the
kitty.
birds are all government robots,
Yeah.
except they're all kitties.
Yeah.
Ghouls.
They're all kitty
They're all
spies.
watching
Many
out for
traps.
us.
I would like you to find out what Addison is doing. But that puts you in a very unsafe position. But I feel like if it isn't rectified and the threat isn't taken away, that it will progress to something that is larger than you all.
I'm asking. He's not telling me.
What?
It is at this point finally that anyone who's standing in front of Siren sees her perfectly poised and decorum
What?
trained attitude fucking drop. And she immediately rolls her eyes so hard, starts to turn around to say something, then remembers what her job is right now, and it's not fucking this. And she puts her face
Oh.
back on.
There you are, Siren. It's nice to see you again.
You didn't see that, you're back there. You did not catch that shit. Like
What do you
I
mean?
called
he's not
him.
Telling.
Well, I called him, and he said, "Hi."
When?
He spoke to you
Yes.
When?
after or before this, and he points at Eddie.
I don't know where it was in his timeline, but it was like 2 days ago.
That would be after Prince.
You know, when you guys all just went off to the Hard Rock without me?
You mean
when
we
you said that you wanted to stay here?
You mean when we invited you to come with us?
You didn't invite me. They
We
did.
did,
Yes,
actually.
I did.
You did, yeah.
Yeah, as a collective group. That's how Coder.
Like, as a collective,
Wait,
Yeah.
what
Chase
do you,
invited me.
why didn't you say anything?
Because then Eddie showed up, and that got a little, I don't know, big? Why is it my fault always? Come on, guys! I'm not the only one that's messing up here. It was one phone call.
You are
wouldn't
the
say
one
it's-
phoning the enemy, but
How is he the enemy? What did he fucking do?
she
And the
gestures at Eddie.
The prince
Okay.
slams his hand on the table.
Sorry.
Why did you text Addison?
Didn't text him, I called him.
Why did you make contact?
Because
with
they told
Addison?
me that he was in town.
So you would trying to find out what happened to a previous coterie member, regardless of any of the concerns or issues, and in sometimes part of the issues and wanting to know why, correct? Granted, amazing. You're a hound and a previous coterie member. That's your job, is to figure out what the fuck is going on. If you had a number that you could contact him with, awesome. Inform the rest of the hounds in coterie in anything you do when it's a potential issue of killing him. You did a good job. Tell your people from now on. City, Addison, Eddie, Thin Bloods, my prerogative, whatever your shadow and now one of my primogens wants for breakfast that day, a million other tasks and objectives, what other whim you might have, then the Hard Rock.
What I heard was a checklist before we can get to the Hard Rock, and that's fine. We can do that.
As of last night, I and Rebecca Chase own the Hard Rock. You all are not allowed in the Hard Rock without my expressed permission, in which you have asked for each and individual time that you go, and I give you. Lucy cannot give you permission. Your primogens, your sires, cannot give you permission to enter the Hard Rock. I need to know when, I need to know why before I let you inside. And I need to do the same with the Ventru, because at any point they could get a whiff. If it's 100 kindred below, that's fine. If it's an elder, the wrong crash, the wrong drop of a plate on the floor could wake them up. The wrong scent of the wrong kindred or the right kindred. There's hundreds, fine. Let the Ventru do whatever they want. It's not an issue at the moment. I want you all to look up antediluvians and Methuselahs. Acquaint yourself with the danger. Get with the Tremere. Better, get with Iris.
Okay.
And he points. And Iris is standing on the edge of the stairs, looking up to you all. Or looking, she's looking down the hall, but she came up the stairs.
Of course she is. Of course she's standing there. Why wouldn't she be?
She's waiting for her entrance cue.
Yeah.
That was
She's
it.
just standing there.
Yeah.
She doesn't say anything. She's standing there. She's leaning against the wall with her arms crossed. She's leaning.
Of course she
aside.
is.
She's just listening and watching. Kitty, you would know because you didn't tell me you turned your sense of the beast off. So you would have felt and maybe even looked back there and saw Iris. Do you all have any questions? Is there anything else that I need to know about? Werewolves and ghosts and priests, oh my, is there anything else?
Genuinely, no. That's everything.
The only other thing that I can possibly think of is that we had a theory that something might happen with Hancock.
He raises his
Last
eyebrow.
last time that something bad happened involving Kindred, there was an inside person that happened to be Hancock that killed a lot of Kindred. Now
I
that
am
something
aware.
else is happening, and it's just a feeling. It's not anything specific, it's not any concrete, but just make sure that he's either very secure or dealt with. If you That's what I would do. I would make sure that he was either very secure or dealt with.
What is your recommendation? He does this to Iris. She comes over. Chase, what is
And-
your recommendation?
I don't know why you're keeping him alive, but if you're keeping him alive for a reason, do it and stop dangling him in front of a potentially bad person. I don't know what your plan was. I don't know what your purpose with him is, but he did some very bad things, and if he gets free because some La Sombra broke through some wards or a Sabat got down there, then I can imagine that he would not be very happy that he's been kept in torpor for this long.
He looks at Lucy. And while looking at Lucy, he goes, Jim, what do you think?
I think
You
you
hear
should
the
kill him.
options that are on the table? You think I
think
should
you
kill him?
Yeah.
He's just reading Lucy's face. And take those opinions under advisement. Does anybody have any other suggestions other than kill him? Vegas, you know how I feel about this. We need to have a council meeting. Lucy, go back to the clubhouse. Uncrucify the decoration. Put it down. She just calmly stands up, walks out. If that's all, is that all? Eddie, you are under the guidance and responsibility of Kitty of the Clan Gangrel. You will adhere to anything that she says. You will take any recommendations that she says. If you step out of her line, I will kill you. If you step out of her line and she doesn't kill you, I will find you. We will do a blood hunt, and you will die. I'm sure they will explain to you what a blood hunt is. Do you understand? Yes, Prince. Thank you, Prince. Is there anything else you need from me? He gets up, quietly walks away. Vegas inhales and then exhales. He reaches over and pats Eddie on the shoulder. Looks like you might get to sing another day. Listen to them. If you have questions you don't want to ask them, ask me. Siren, are you good? Okay. You all did good tonight. And he stands up and walks out. He starts to walk out. Jem, is there something you wanted to say?
No.
Okay. He stands up and walks out. And leave you guys with the coterie, the Nos, and Eddie.
The coterie, the Nosferatu boyfriends, and the accidental child.
And
This is
did
the
Iris
sitcom.
also leave?
This is the sitcom.
Iris is still. I will say Iris would have followed Vegas out. She's gonna.
Also,
Okay.
check your DMs.
Fair.
Jem, I am very sorry if it
Mhm.
felt like
Whatever, I don't care anymore. I texted him and asked, by the way.
Okay,
I
that's
texted him
fine.
and said, hey, come find me. Do you guys need anything else from me tonight? I can't help with Eddie.
we can
Um,
figure this all out some other
I
time.
was before you all leave, and this is Eddie. I was talking to Vegas. I don't mean to be weird.
Oh, right.
Can I
Shit.
borrow stuff of y'all's? I know it sounds fucking weird. I know it's weird.
Oh,
I promise it's
he's-
not anything creepy. It's a
he said
genetic
it-
thing.
He said it might be. Apparently, I'm wired to think that you all.
I
What,
get
we're
over
say
what?
it the way he
That
said
we're
it.
what?
I don't want to say it the way he said it. That
That we're-
you're all mine. You're mine. That's how things exist in my head.
Oh, and we're
I'm-
chill with that?
No,
I
No.
can't help that.
He sees it like
it's a clan bane.
he sees it like we're sheep he needs to protect as a sheepdog. And in lieu of you
I-
all sleeping at my place with him
I
every
don't want to
night-
freak out in the morning
Eddie.
and steal y'all shit.
Eddie,
Yes.
do you think you need to protect us or you just need to keep us around?
I would like to know that you all still exist.
She's gonna take like a hairband out and flick it at him. That good, or do you need something bigger?
I hope it's good.
Rad. She just grabs Id, goes downstairs, and is like, "We're going to go fight in the alleyway."
be careful. There's a true faith outside, apparently.
Okay. Oh yeah, it is very aware. He caught that part. He's very aware.
I know.
Threats to you all are abundantly clear to other people, and you're just like, it's fine. It's like number 9 on the list of potentially apocalyptic issues tonight.
Oh, Second Inquisition?
To
Fucking
him,
who
he's
cares?
like, that's the number 1. No. We got
Yeah,
8
we're
more
like,
things above that.
oh,
Dude.
Maybe that
I
ain't
told you
even
there's a checklist. I heard it as a list, and I'm checking things off before we can go back to the
Oh, you
Hard
didn't
Rock and
even
fight
mention-
God.
Yeah.
Okay, like
They're not side quests to do.
it's the
You have to
line.
beat the level.
You gotta get
before you get.
You can't go deal with the Hinterlands dragon until you're fucking
She
ready.
gets it.
Like,
She gets it.
this is
It's that,
Cthulhu is underneath the thing. We have to deal
that
with his
one
cultists
rift
first.
in the hinterlands.
What? You
She
can't go
gets
there
it.
yet. You can
No,
see it.
you
just
gotta
are
play
not
the
supposed
entire
to.
game.
And come back to it later.
Yeah,
It's a
you have to
circle.
kill Solus and then
And
come
then
back.
come back. I don't think I'm
4
the
games
circle.
later.
It's the
Yeah.
circle. Like,
She gets it.
But Eddie is sitting there like, and he put the thing on his wrist, the little hairband on his wrist. I know it's weird.
It's
A
not
per-
weird. Everyone has their thing with their clan.
yeah,
That
some
is your
people can't be
thing with
around
your clan.
roses, she says, hoping that Jem hears.
That's
Isn't
not
it
even a
wild
clan
roses?
bane.
Isn't
That's
that-
just a
yeah.
thing that Jem don't like.
Yeah, it's like let's not. Siren's whole thing tonight has been like, guys, our whole existence is fucking weird. Why are you not understanding that everything is weird now? It's okay, but we have to like deal with it. We gotta not accept that anything is too much anymore. Ever. Like,
You say that?
Never.
You say that? She can hear you.
Yeah.
She comes back up the stairs and says, "By the way, you are a fucking kiss-ass poser." And then she turns and walks away.
yeah, how dare I be polite to your dad? It's all you've been asking for forever. Respect me in my house. Okay. So, she
She just screams. You just hear like this. Ah!
yeah, it's fine. If she won't stay and talk to her face, she'll keep walking away. Siren will still say things.
When you scream,
No. Tristan, what did you do?
the lights flicker throughout the entire bar.
Oh, that's right. Because my Wraith best friend is now upset.
Oh, God. You don't. That's not a good thing, Megan.
How is it not a good thing?
Oh my god.
It's not a good thing for
Someone's
anybody.
on my
If
side.
it's a wraith now, it's not a good idea for anybody. Okay, just
Listen, no
so
one
a
ever
blood
agrees
hunt.
with me. I have one person.
That's not true.
That's not true at all. We tried to get you to come and we tried to keep you company. Oh,
We
for fuck's
tried
sake.
to-
We tried so hard. Don't you dare.
tried
not
to
to.
apologize.
Okay?
Cry,
No.
and the problem it's me.
We know.
But Eddie is still like kind of like looking back and forth between you all. Like he feels really weird about this.
He's
But if the
waiting
night's
for
about
stuff.
to end, he's waiting
He
for
needs
presents.
his boxes.
Eddie.
Eddie needs his boxes.
Eddie,
Yes.
give me your hand.
And he just like he reaches to your hand like he's gonna get something. Like
Give me
not
your
not excitedly.
Shall
but
I
just
have a
like,
kiss?
Give me your
I'll
hand.
know
Put
when
your
you give it
hand
to me.
in my hand.
Okay.
I will flip his hand over. There we go. You need to tell me if you're keeping anything from us, and I'm using compel.
Do you want to describe for the audience what compel means?
Compel means I can issue a command,
Mm-hmm.
and
You
you
did
need
ask
to
him a
tell me.
question.
It says I can issue a command. It's not a question. It's not a truth
I
serum.
need you to know if you're okay. That's
I
fair.
need
It
to
will.
know if you're hiding anything from us.
He is going to very quickly spout off things that are completely irrelevant to what you need.
No, that's fair.
Childhood secrets,
Mm-hmm.
lies that he's told.
Mm-hmm.
What you get is that he is deeply afraid
Mhm.
of true faith and
Okay.
deeply afraid of any night that Addison continues to walk this earth.
Same.
But a lot of embarrassing like lies before you get
Yeah.
started.
That's fine. It's
I
cool.
told everybody I
My
had a suck
favorite
of the girl
party
when I was
trick.
14. It was really not until I was 28. Like, it's
Yeah.
That's valid.
I play patty cake a lot.
Technically lost my virginity to a stuffed teddy bear.
And I just
Oh,
nod,
God.
and I take my hand away. Within the next week, Jason's gonna give you a stone. You're gonna keep that stone on your person at 24/7.
Okay.
Thank you. I have to ask Jim's permission for this, but Jim's not here. So for right now, you're sleeping in my spare bedroom. Congratulations, we're roommates.
If you
Okay.
need him to, he can sleep in my apartment. I'm not going to be in there
It's
because of
my
you.
responsibility.
I know.
So
But
for
if
right
you-
now, until there is 100% knowing that he is safe and that we can 100% trust him, no offense,
That's okay.
he can sleep in my spare bedroom.
Jace, if you would like, you can bring some of your stuff over from your apartment into her apartment. I'll watch it.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
I didn't know if you wanted me at your apartment to like watch your place.
No,
I can do that.
I know you
Kitty. If I
can.
do that, I need some. I'll watch some of
No.
your stuff at his place.
you're good. And I
One
will,
of you is
I
giving
will-
me a sofa. You figure it out.
right. Yeah, I will.
Oh no.
I'll go to my room and grab a fucking book or some shit and bring it back out and let him have it. Here,
What
you can
what
watch
book
over
is
this.
it? What kind of book is it?
It is going to be a. It is a book of poetry.
Okay.
It's just I don't know poetry.
but you
authors,
need him to
poets.
memorize all of
but
them. It's very
But
important.
it will, yeah. But it will just.
So-
It's a book of poetry
So as of
written
right
in the
now,
last 20 years.
he's got a set of drumsticks. He's got a book of poetry. Now, if I remember right, Jace, you write poetry just badly,
Mhm.
correct?
I do. It's not my.
Jesus,
poetry.
Sway, warn us before you kill us. What the
That
fuck?
was the season 1 thing, right? Like he
It
was like,
was.
I write
No.
poetry. It's not
If I remember
good.
correctly.
So you're really shit at this hobby that you have, right?
Yes,
Not
that is correct.
Matthew, Jace.
I know.
I don't know if Matthew
God.
writes poetry. I just remember
I
from season
don't.
1, he's like, yeah, I write
Ow.
poetry. Okay, what does it say? Oh, it's not good.
I don't write poetry, and it would also be bad, to be fair.
I used to, and it was bad. All right, so and then he has a
I
Harley
currently
Quinn
do.
hair
It's
tie.
fine.
Can we say he lives in the same time and space as that the one shot we did? So he just gives him a book of like vampire poet Melly.
Meg, if you write all of it, write it and put it all in the Discord. That's the book.
I
Meg.
wrote.
I know.
I
we
wrote
need more.
like
We need
5.
more. We need more.
All right, I
5
got
is not
you.
a book.
I love
Okay,
it.
5 is a
It was so
newsletter.
good.
I'm sorry, if you've not read poetry books, this absolutely is. Okay, yeah. I will have Melly's
I think
slim book of poems.
I think I know who it might be by, actually.
So,
I will
Other than
also-
it will be a mix
You'll
of
be fine,
Melly and this
because he's
actual
at
real
your
life
apartment.
person.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff.
I will teach you how to control the main power that you have with the moving your body parts and things. I'll teach you how to control that.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Siren.
It's annoying. It's
do you
annoying as
care-
heck.
Do you care if I keep those drumsticks around? I don't know what's going to trigger and what's not. I just would like to make today not happen again.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
He's got this like Harley Quinn diamonds scrunchie on his wrist.
Mm-hmm.
That is something I need to reiterate to the audience, because I did this in our group chat. This very, very serious, almost life and death conversation happened with us all in our Halloween costumes.
Yeah.
And it's
Uh-huh.
like
Uh-huh.
stepping back and taking a aerial
Just the
view
visual?
of these.
Mhm.
Yes, it's so fucking
Yes,
funny
Prince.
to me.
I would like to take. I would just
Yeah,
like to let you know that
so-
it's my fault.
Uh-huh. As it's
Cabaret.
full on like
Kids out in
19,
cabaret with the hat and
1930s
everything.
Berlin burlesque.
Yes.
Also, talking to a man in this oversized
Oh, yeah.
red trench
yeah.
coat with two pistols
Like-
V'd into his pants.
Yeah,
Like,
uh-huh.
it's so...
And the Blues Brothers.
so-
It's the most
Uh-huh.
perfect. It's the most perfect encapsulation of this show I've ever seen. Is
It's
yelling, screaming, life or death, very important moments in this. Like,
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
Kitty also stands up and then turns to Duncan and goes, "We have a lot to talk about."
Yeah, apparently.
I feel
You
like at some
good?
point, just both Nos boys were looking at each other like, "What the fuck are we?"
Oh,
fucking
they were
into?
constantly like, "What the fuck?"
This is not. I don't know that this
y'all have
text
to
is
be
worth this.
so good in bed for these two men to still be here. Good God.
5 successes. You don't know. Listen.
I am a geek girl, first of all. Think about that for 2 seconds. I'm great in bed.
I've never been
Yeah.
so jealous of someone else's D&D or
Um.
RPG characters in my goddamn life, but I envy both of you right now deeply.
I got 4 successes. I'm good. Thank you.
Nonsense are nice and normal. Really, they need they need some crazy.
They need crazy girls.
Yeah.
Thank-
Save image as. I want for some people don't know what Hellsing might look like.
God. Please look it up. Also, watch it. It's a great anime.
It's pretty good. But we're gonna see if I can do this real quick. So, this is the prince.
Yeah.
That's how the prince looked all night.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just this crazy, like, and the blood was there, but not like
Yeah.
it looked like costume blood.
Tristan, I'm so proud of you. Yes, that's exactly what it meant. I'm so
Correct.
proud of you for getting it. That's exactly what it meant.
So Kitty's gonna go with Duncan. Jem left with Id. Vegas left. It's Eddie, Siren, and Jace. Is there anything that you all would like to talk about? Do you guys need me to go downstairs? That was rough.
How are the two of you holding up?
As in me and Eddie, or
I
Yeah,
liked knowing that
we're the only people up here, so yeah.
honestly, I'm kind of glad that I get not an immediate death penalty. That's
I
nice.
don't love saying this, but it's still on the table, so be careful. The prince was not shitting around whenever he said listen to Kitty.
I understand that. Siren, you were boss before. She's boss now. I get that. If there's anything you guys could, I don't want to have to ask her as much, or Vegas. Fuck that, dude. Is there anything? Is there like primers that you guys could give me? Is there like how to Kindred for dummies kind of thing?
well,
Kitty-
for starters,
Kitty
we don't
will-
say words like that anywhere in public, just to like stop
Yeah.
you from getting shot on the street.
That's a
use-
real fucking good start. Oh shit.
Yeah, don't talk
I mean, I
about...
wouldn't say, "Hello, guys, I'm a vampire," but like,
But even kindred kind, just be careful using those words in public. And also Kitty will do her best to be able to give you all of the rundown. If there's anybody in this group that is good at it, it will probably be Kitty, because she didn't grow up here where we haven't had a moment to rest.
Okay. But other than that, could have went a lot worse.
Kitty thinks about the past couple months and thinks about the blood orgies and goes, "Ah, was it worth it, man?"
Why am I fucking here now?
Why did I give up the blood orgies? Can
the good old days.
Oh, the good old
Is-
days.
Since Siren hasn't really answered the "how are you holding up" thing yet, can I do an insight check on her?
Well,
See
Eddie
how much
went
she's
first. I'll
trying to-
give her a
Yeah.
chance, and then you can
She
insight whether
has-
she's
no, no,
lying or hiding
she's-
shit. Oh, she's rolling inside check then.
I could tell.
Go fucking
Fair
for
enough.
it.
Sorry, I was
I-
like, well, Eddie went first because I figured Siren would have more words than Eddie did.
Siren has
No,
no
that's-
words. Siren has
And
zero
that's the
words.
thing. I had a feeling that Siren had no words. Charisma insight? Is that what we do for insight?
Yeah, you can read kind of her
Okay.
whether or not she's lying to you. Or...
She hasn't said anything, so it's very hard to lie.
Well, it's
Yeah.
like, are you
How hard is she
expressly
masking?
hiding? Yeah.
Yes, that's the thing. Is it like I am one question away from a breakdown, or is it I just haven't processed this yet? Is
She's
kind of
one
what he's
question
trying
away
to
from a
figure out.
breakdown.
Yeah,
I
You're not even
feel
gonna make
like
him roll. You're just
You
like,
don't
yeah,
have to
that's
fucking
it.
make a
Yeah.
roll.
I mean, I got 5 successes.
Yeah, you would have
so-
you would know
Um,
she's
You get that.
you can tell she keeps wanting to talk to Eddie. And
Yeah.
she's realized it's no longer her responsibility and she's not supposed to. And she cuts herself off after the it's like she had more to share after the here's the kindred kind, and with 5 successes you realize she has spent every moment since they recovered him planning how to teach him, and it was just taken away from her.
Yeah.
She has spent every moment that they've been figuring out what he is. It's why she was so nice to the prince. It's the only reason she was able to keep a mask up and be polite, because she was responsible for somebody else. If it had just been her, she wouldn't have fucking cared, but she was responsible for this man, so she was being a kiss ass for Eddie. She was being this
He also
put together to try to fix her own mistake.
Mm.
And then
He-
she was still shit all over for it, so she's real close to just walking into the sun.
well, that may have been bad storyteller then, because you weren't supposed to be made to feel like you were shit on.
You didn't.
He was-
No, Jem called her a kiss ass. Like, it was
Oh,
not
fair.
you. Like,
But he did just say that he didn't want to go to her for a how-to, and
yes,
came to
he doesn't want
he
to, but
he's
she,
gotten the vibe that she's going to give him a how-to on other things that are very specific to, one, his tattoo, and two, having the vicissitude. Like, he's picked up on
Sure.
some things.
Siren knows, but she also took the note of, I don't have a personal attachment like Siren does. Siren does not think she is going to be allowed to teach him anymore or take care of him. He is staying with someone else. He is no longer in her anything. So she is trying to not cross any lines, because
Also
she,
might because Kitty doesn't want to die because of the prince.
No,
But no, I
either
get it.
way,
yeah.
whatever the reason
Then-
is,
Yeah.
she is no longer
Sure.
responsible for him, and she doesn't like it. Because he was her mistake, and she tried to fix it. And now she can't even do that, so she's just stuck.
Yeah. Okay. Then kind of seeing that, and having a slight lull in the conversation, Jace is just gonna look at Eddie. Yeah, I mean, tonight's not a great night for a first primer anyway.
Yeah,
So,
no, I agree with that.
if you want to head downstairs, say hey to Yo-Yo. You can't really have a drink of anything, but order a drink. Sit at the bar and enjoy a night before everything goes to shit. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
And he's
It'll be
going
great.
he's going to get up and walk. He's going to try to stay close to Kitty anyways. Like, Kitty's with somebody tonight, but he's obviously like going to stay within eyesight of Kitty, so Kitty can, like, not to keep an eye on Kitty, but so Kitty can keep an eye on him, like he knows.
Yeah.
And the moment that he walks downstairs, the lights go out of the bar.
Damn it.
And they come back on. Just a moment or two. That's it. And that's where we're gonna end for the night. Oh, go ahead, Kitty. What? Go ahead. Go ahead.
The beast I can see in the dark, can't I?
Yes.
I turned that on the
I
moment.
believe Eyes of the Beast lets you. It's the way that we've been kind of ruling it is Sense the Unseen. If is kind of like
regularly in their eyes, giving them sight even in total absence of light.
yeah. Sense the Unseen is ghost vision. Eyes of the Beast is like night vision.
Yeah.
So that's where we're gonna leave off. You turn your vision on, and then the lights come back on a moment or two later.
And we'll see you all in like January. Like,
Yeah.
We are gonna take.
fuck's sake.
We're going to take a couple weeks off. Please join the Discord so you
God.
can stay tuned. We're taking off for the Christmas and New Year's. Pixel will be coming up here. We're going to maybe we'll do some like one shot or something along the way. But stay tuned to Discord. Turn the notifications on, and wherever you're watching this at, whether it be YouTube at a later date or Twitch tonight, make sure that if there's any channel that you have your notifications on, this is the one. We love you guys. We hope you have a happy holidays, regardless of which one you're celebrating, or just time to yourself to reflect the past year and the year coming up. I want you guys to take care of yourselves. Cast and crew. They are waving at you all. There you go. You all have a lovely holiday and Happy New Year's.